Oop. Okay, did it pick up on this? Ah, perfect. Okay, let's do the tweets. Where is it? There we go. Okay. I think I've got everything good. Now I just gotta pull up my notes. This one. And pull up that one. And that one. Perfect. Okay. Hello, folks who are in the voice. Hello.
Hi.
Yo. Good to see everybody, or so to speak. Okay, we got a tri-head now.
Hi.
I fully expect Spoon to be a little bit late from start time because he's probably finishing up dinner. For the sake of getting updates out there, I've already added it into the Discord, but the map, which I've pulled you guys to, you'll notice there's a bunch of dotted lines. As pretty as I imagine you think it looks, these are various main roads throughout the country and through countrysides. So wherever you are planning to go, outside of maybe going off the beaten path, these are the routes that are safest. You could go off the road. However, keep in mind, going off-road could pose some dangers.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone in our party is four-wheel drive.
I swear to God. So consider that. But it's an option. You could go off-road and go a different way. You just have to, you know, let me know that that's the plan. The vote, which I put into Discord as well, I did see all the reactions from that. I mean, seems like we're going with option number 3, which is the
Number 3.
with the Goblin raids in Oakwood. So we're traveling to Oakwood is the idea. But before then, we will do a bit of closing on Stone Valley, and I will introduce each of those missions in game. So we'll still do that, but it's assumed that that is where we're going today.
Dab.
Okay. Dab away, dab away.
Oh god, the old 5 stack of hots is here.
True.
The old 5 stack. That's true, actually. Yeah.
I actually had blue instead of Mason usually.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there sometimes too.
Yeah,
True.
but you're not our Lucio one trick.
You're right. I'm the Jimmy one trick.
True.
Oh,
I too main Depression in League of Legends.
Look, I was actually decent as Jimmy.
Yeah, and I'm actually decent at League of Legends.
I know.
I think we were gonna say decent at depression.
I mean that too, but like I thought that was a given.
No, I'm an expert at that, dude.
Okay.
What? I have a degree in psychology. I'd hope I'd have expertise in that.
You know what? That's fair.
How have you guys been?
Just swarming along.
Yep, he's not lying.
And what is the latest, what you call it?
Hmm?
The latest Pokemon simulator?
Oh, Koromon. It is a pixel Pokemon game. It's
Neat.
it looks pretty good. It plays well. There's built-in Nuzlocke and at some point randomizer modes.
Cool.
Those are built in through the difficulty that we've seen so far. And the Mons are pretty good so far.
Yeah.
If you like Pokemon, you'll probably like it.
I do like me some of that good content.
And the demo is like 8 to 10 hours long. Because Kuru finished it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, it's a big demo.
Fun fact, Nick Cannon is expecting his 7th child, having 4 kids within the last 6 months with 3 different women.
What a
That
player.
that is
That's responsible.
That's a lot of child support payments.
yeah, that's a lot of that. I'm sure he's making plenty of money to support that.
Yeah, but like...
Philip Rivers just struts in and goes 7. 7.
Nah, he stopped at like
Yeah.
9. There was a bit there where he was having a kid literally every single year. Like
but that's like with
his
one
wife-
person, isn't
his
it?
wife
Yeah, it
popped-
was one, yeah.
his wife popped one out, and then like the next day she got pregnant again. It was
It's like,
okay,
damn,
cool.
Philip. Like, Jesus.
Phil, can you like put it away for like a week?
Philip, calm down.
But then he stopped.
Okay, we're missing a...
We're missing the auto limit boys.
Yeah, we're missing Vis and Hectic. I didn't get any update from them, so... I assume Vis is doing, like, World of Warcraft or something. That is all I assume at this point, because
Probably.
that's pretty much what he's doing. Outside of Destiny, that's what he's doing.
Huh, you think he plays Destiny still?
Oh, is he just not even doing Destiny anymore?
He might have logged on to do the weekly, but getting both of them to play Destiny for anything at this point is impossible.
Ah, I see. Okay. Alright, well, we'll obviously wait. But, as we get closer to start time, I'll start doing the intro and we'll move along. Everybody did their level, I assume. It should have been a simple level up, but I will ask, did everybody do it?
Yes.
Let's make
Yes.
sure.
It should have been pretty easy for everybody, but just
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Mason can do monk things now. You have key
I
points.
get cool monk shit.
good.
Though you
I
only have-
can
you only
I
have
can
key
take a
points.
I can use bonus actions now to do things other than stab things.
Oh yeah, cunning action.
So,
Cunning action.
as someone who hasn't played very many magic users and also hasn't used Roll20 before this campaign,
Uh-huh.
for the spells, there's like the components like that have a bunch of letters. What do they all stand for again? I
Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
B is
a while back.
verbal, M is a material,
Material.
S is somatic, which means like moving your hands.
Okay, what
Yo,
about
who's
You're
the
making
hosting
ninja hand
laid-back
signs.
camp in here?
C and the R? What are those?
C is
Component.
constitution, R is ritual.
Or see
Con-
concentration.
Or
Concentration.
yeah, concentration, excuse me.
What does ritual mean?
Ritual means you can
So-
take like like
10 minutes.
10 minutes to
Yeah.
an hour to cast it without using a spell
It's
slot.
it's
basically.
10-minute. Well, it's the casting time of the spell plus 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Okay,
And you
so
can
like
cast
out
it
of
with-
combat situations, basically. If I
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
to say the spell slot.
I wouldn't worry too much about materials in most cases.
None of mine have.
I
materials
just
anyway, so-
I don't really.
Materials are mostly a wizard thing.
Yeah.
It's very like there are very
Mm.
specific spells that like where the components actually matter, and
Yeah.
it's usually like revivify.
Revivify.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
There's
all
there's
For me.
also like
all resurrection magic cost diamonds cost worth like the
Yeah,
lowest
so
level one
worth it.
is
Like
the
a 300
lowest level
gold
one
diamond?
is 300. Yeah, it's 300 gold
Yeah.
diamond for revivify.
and then like I know of this one because of another character, but like summon lesser demons requires you to have blood of a humanoid that was killed in the last 24 hours, which is extremely specific, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
kind of means you need it.
Yep.
You need
Is the
to
one,
murder
is the one
somebody.
Ford has?
No, he has a
The
different
Summon
one.
demon.
Yeah,
I think it's like greater demon. No.
I think it's greater demon, but summon lesser demons like is a warlock thing that you can get, but it requires that. So
That's such a cool spell to be concentration based.
also
If you lose concentration, it attacks whatever it wants to.
yeah, Spoon.
Yep.
I am halfway through the second to last episode of Critical Role.
I'm on episode 52.
Hey, there's an end. There's an end now, though, Dodge. You know what the end?
I'm a
point
third
is,
of the way there.
and it's 141.
Huzzah!
The last
Um,
episode is 7 hours. Have fun with it.
The last episode is the length of 2 episodes.
I'm a
Yeah.
third of the way there. Huzzah! I have caught up with Boruto's dad's son.
Here we go.
I missed
That'll be
this.
fun.
Technically right on time.
I don't miss this.
My
Kick him out.
oh, that hurts
No, it doesn't.
already. Oh,
No, what hurts is your Doomfist play, but you know.
oh,
Okay.
Just lol.
I love memes I have no reference to. But I just use anyways.
It appears that this is here. It seems he put WoW on pause. So let's get started.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
god,
Gus.
I
Appreciate
deserve
you.
that.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I
Well,
wrong?
do you
deserve it.
assume he
Am I wrong?
closed it?
I deserve it. I deserve it. Okay, I want to make it clear. I had
Huh?
WoW open, but I
Okay.
was not playing WoW for the last 20 minutes.
Okay.
I had to
X'd
go
out.
take care of
X'd out.
something
X'd
else.
it out.
Okay.
I
Okay.
Finally, feed your cat.
no escaping.
Jesus.
Literally none.
Okay.
Wherever I go.
Everybody, please double check your levels are completed. I know I heard people say that they did, but again, just for those of you that haven't checked, please confirm it, because if you haven't, you're going to have to do it during the little introduction sequence that I have here. So go ahead and get on top of that. And I didn't, unfortunately, get to do a recap doc because, well, frankly, I just didn't do it. So I'm going to try my best to give a proper intro. So, for our last particular session, which was several weeks ago, we, as a group, encountered a Green Hag in her lair in pursuit of a mayor's daughter to get the reward of 1,000 gold. There was more to it than that. We started with the combat, but I'm going to gloss over that for now. And we eventually encountered the hag with some assistance of some guards that we freed from their possession by creepy magic mask. And together, after navigating through her cavern and listening to her cackle, she was defeated. And you all saved the day, thanks to the persistence of some of us hacking away at some vines, a good old-fashioned surround strategy, and people, I think, were rolling well. So it was a pretty straightforward fight, very easy for all of you, I think. And afterwards, you all, on the way back to town, witnessed the drunkard from the town previously, known as Severus, communicating with a dragon and striking a bargain. The bargain was to find some place called the Crypt of Eternal Flame. We hurriedly left after the dragon sniffed some of you out, the ones that were spying and eavesdropping would be better, because it was a very hasty retreat after you were caught. We're back now in town. Many of us have already gone to sleep, as it is late in the evening. Some of us, however, though, have decided to stay and continue drinking at the bar. I believe the two people that I recall distinctly saying that were Erica and Melonius, I believe? Yes. Okay. So those two in particular, I recall saying they were awake. Everybody else, I believe, was asleep.
Well, awake is a modest term. I think I'm pretty blackout
I
at this point.
Again, if you're awake, I just don't remember. So if you are, just say so.
I think Arden stayed up as well.
Okay.
'cause he would be doing his antics. He doesn't go to
That's
sleep.
right.
So,
That's right. You're doing some shenanigans. So, to end the session, we had the two people at the bar and Severus take a nice seat next to Erica. So that is where we are starting today. We have Severus, Erica, Melonius, and Arden all in the tavern or at the bar. Late in the evening, everybody else, sorry to say it, but you're asleep, so you're not going to be able to interact with this. So the people that are awake and are at the bar, Arden, you can attempt to listen in if you wish, or you can just sit at the bar. It's up to you. You can decide. Erica, Severus is sitting next to you, and you said you're blackout drunk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're... Okay, well, since you're blackout drunk, I imagine it's quite obvious that you are blackout drunk. So, Melonius, are you
passed out at the bar?
Oh, okay. Melonius, are you blackout drunk?
I mean, I've been drinking since I was like 12, so probably not.
Okay, but depending on the number of drinks, you're probably not at full
If
awareness.
I've drank the same amount that Erica has, then I'm like getting a buzz.
Okay, then we'll go with that.
Valid.
Then we'll go with that. I think that's fair considering Erica's stature. So I think that's a fair assessment.
Listen. Maybe I have really good constitution. No, I don't.
So instead, Severus is going to notice that Erica is completely blackout drunk. And he's going to go ahead and just walk on over and sit next to you, Melonius, instead. Because you're actually conscious at this point. And he is going to try and get your attention.
I will notice him and just say, so, sorry about last night. I've just had a lot of issues with drunkards in bars that I've been a part of. I hope there's no hard feelings.
Oh, not at all. You're we'll say you're fine. I can assure you that any normal person being drunk is almost unbearable to deal with. But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to hold a grudge. I'm here to make an offer, and you can decide if you wish to accept or not.
Alright.
Here is my offer, and the offer only stands if your entire group is involved. Because I've heard a rumor that a certain group happened to have, well, the rumor didn't say if she was killed or not, but a certain Green Hag has disappeared from the swamps, which is no small feat, so it caught my interest. Now,
I mean,
oh,
that may or may not have been linked to us.
well, if such a group were to exist and were here, and it were you, my offer that I am extending is to aid me in my own quest. And you would be handsomely rewarded for such a adventure. My quest that I wish you to take on for me. You see, what I desire requires keys. And unfortunately, acquiring every key would take considerable time and effort for me alone. Therefore, it makes more sense to divide and conquer such a task amongst another group that I find competent enough to do it. The reward for such a quest, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out, it appears to be a large medallion to your eyes. And he says, "This is my reward. And this is not something easily acquired."
Is this supposed to mean something to me?
Probably not on a first glance, but this holds the crest of the kingdom. And this, to put it simply, allows you to ask a favor of the king. And let me stress again the rarity of this item. I can only think of more than a handful, perhaps less than 10, that I'm aware of that hold such an item. This is the reward for completing this quest in full.
Well, what's the quest?
The quest, to start with, you will have to find several keys, 2 of which you will find on your own. The third I would aid you with. The third would require us to stand toe-to-toe with a mythical creature. But the first one is quite simple to accomplish. At least from my perspective. All you need do is travel west to a small port town. Find a way to enter a cove, and the item I wish you to acquire looks like, not sure if you're aware of what a starfish looks like, but it is a rainbow starfish. Think of it just, it's a star. Go ahead.
Out of character, I was really wondering if you were going to say chocolate starfish, and I was going to get very worried.
No. No. That would be quite quite inappropriate for this. So to continue his just his final description, he says you will acquire this item, and then afterwards you will travel south, and you will acquire the next item. The next item I will provide a description of when you complete the first. And I will provide you a means of communicating with me so that you can tell me when you've accomplished your goal. But this is a big decision, and I don't expect you to make it right now. You may converse with your friends, or whatever you may call them. And you may decide, and if you wish to decline, that is your choice. The offer will stay open for... let's say the offer stays open for 4 weeks.
It's a good amount of time. Alright.
The choice is yours, my friend. And if you have any more questions, now would be the time before I rest for the evening.
Alright, well, I will converse with my group in the morning and we'll see how we feel about it.
Very good. And he gets up, leaves, and flicks a couple gold coins onto the table. And he says, "Why don't you enjoy one more drink on me?"
Much appreciated.
And he walks off to where the rooms are so that he may rest for the evening. And beyond that, nothing else particularly exciting occurs unless you wish something to happen. The evening... go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna pocket the gold since I get my drinks for free here.
Yeah, you could... I mean, of course. He threw like 3 gold, so just pocket 3. Okay. Again, unless something you wish something exciting to happen, this is for Melonius and Arden, then nothing else will happen for the rest of the evening, and at some point you will turn in for the night with a comped room that was provided to you.
I don't think so.
Okay. Arden, I think we already did some stuff last time for you messing around trying to,
Peruse.
be mischievous, be mischievous, but
Yeah, I don't remember.
yeah, neither do I.
But it's fine.
Okay.
I do my normal shenanigans.
You pull some you pull some shit.
Trying to swindle people, but
You pull some shit. And why don't you just go ahead and... I don't know how, you're swindling them particularly, so you may have to do, either performance or some kind of, sleight of hand. It depends on how you do it.
usually it's it depends.
Okay.
Sometimes I use disguises, sometimes I just, play songs and then try and pickpocket people.
Okay.
It kind of depends, so...
If you're doing something that involves performance, you'll roll performance, and then if you do well enough, we'll see how distracted they are to roll sleight of hand. That is how it will work. So you can do that. You pull off an excellent performance for those that are remaining in the tavern, which is less than a handful because it is late. And now you can roll sleight of hand to try and pickpocket somebody. Unfortunately, you are unable to acquire any additional gold because you had to finish your performance, and then as you were doing bows and being congratulated, you realized that the people started to leave already, and you did not take the opportunity to steal from them in time. But your performance was good, so we will say that some people flicked you some gold. So why don't you go ahead and add 3 gold to your inventory?
This town has been not my cup of tea exactly, but whatever.
Okay, now the rest of the evening will complete, and it is morning. I'm not going to do rolls for who wakes up first. We'll just, whatever you do to wake up, you wake up, and I'm just going to move us to the tavern map. But everybody's awake, and we'll say it's not too early in the morning because some of us were blackout drunk, so I imagine they'll be waking up a little bit later. So we'll say it's late morning You could guess sometime between 10 and 11. And everybody's awake. And you are all just waiting at the bottom of the tavern. And before you guys do any sort of meetings, I will quickly do just like the setup for the other two quests that I did provide, and I know we voted on. The bartender appears to have received some letters from a local town guard. The guard appears to have been, for those that were eavesdropping, which for now we'll just say everybody, the guard is instructing the bartender to share with any adventurers he may find that there have been some raids in Beechnut Pastures, which was in the southern part of the country, and in Oakwood, which was a little county in the north of the country. There have been raids to the south. There have been kobold raids, and to the north there have been goblin raids. And it's simply just a letters describing what has occurred. So each of you, based on our Discord server, knows what's going on. So I won't go into detail on it right now. And if you don't, you can review it in Discord. But we voted on the goblin raids, so that's what I'm assuming we're doing. Just so you guys know. At this point now, you can converse. Melonius, you are welcome to bring up what Severus told you. You're also welcome not to. And we'll go from there.
I mean, once everyone's down, I'll just bring everyone up to date on what he he proposed to me.
Sure.
And just give the cliff notes on what he said.
Got it. So it's assumed, for those that were paying close attention to what Severus was saying, it's assumed you all know the same things now that Melonius does. To the degree that Melonius shared, which if he's giving cliff notes, he's giving, I would assume, everything. Unless he's withholding information, then he can say so.
No, I'm not
Okay.
withholding anything.
Got it. So Melonius has shared all this with you all now. In addition to the bartender's letters that you're adventurers, so he's basically just going around to people that he would guess are mercenaries or adventurers and just passing this information to. So
Well, I will say personally, I can make no use of favors with the king, so that deal does not interest me.
okay.
I think it's something that we can keep on our radar, I suppose, or think about, maybe work on it if we're in the area, but seems to be quite a long-running quest and a lot of work for, I mean, while it's a nice reward, is it worth all that? I'm not sure. Also, if it's one medallion and one favor, there's, what, 7 of us? That would be hard to split.
Okay.
That's fine. I figured I'd somewhat stumble downstairs, with like a bad headache. Be like, what's going on, everybody? Did I miss anything fun last night, Melonius?
I mean, Severus gave us a proposition.
Oh, Severus, right? Wait. That one, right? Like the bad guy, Severus.
Yeah, the one.
That
That's the one.
Sounds like a bad idea. What did he want? And I'm assuming
He
explain.
wanted to. Yeah, I'll explain.
Yep. Okay.
Brevity's sake.
Yep. Explanation's been provided. Additionally, Erica, you find 2 letters involving a call for aid in 2 towns, Beechnut Pastures and Oakwood. for the Kobold and Goblin raids, respectively. That information, again, it was passed in Discord. It's provided to your character now.
Which ones? I don't see them.
The thing that we were supposed to vote on.
You voted on
Oh,
it.
okay, right, okay, that thing.
That
yes.
thing, and it's assumed that we're doing the Goblin raids, but in game.
Just kidding. No. Okay. Well, this one seems pretty like the better reward, and I mean, the Severus we have a time limit on, so we have more time. If we wanted to do that as well and see where that leads afterwards, we could.
You
I wanted
definitely
to do.
did give us. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say.
we
He
know
did give us a
how-
very long time limit, so.
Do we know how long it would take to get to that location, like these other places?
Sure. Let me do my best to explain that from the map. So again, I described early on before we started that these are roads, the dotted lines. The port town to the west is closer than something like Oakwood. You could just see that visually, even just looking at this. But it's assumed it would take you more than a day to get to the port. And it would take you at least, if you were being quick, 2 days to go north to Oakwood.
Okay.
Quick as
so-
in you weren't taking care on the roads at all. You were just everything you encounter. If you encounter things, you just go by it.
So it's reasonable to assume that we could go up to Oakwood, do that, given it doesn't take like too long to accomplish, and then come back with still plenty of time to decide.
You're
On the Severus thing.
correct.
Well, we're
Yeah.
looking to do the port. Was that correct? Or
No,
no?
the
No,
port was
Goblins
for
are open. Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
yep.
Okay.
We voted on Oakwood, basically.
Yes, you voted on going north. That's what you voted on.
I believe that's correct.
Everybody except for Vis, I think.
Yeah, Vis voted for Severus.
That's the
Is that what the
mage
conch led him to do?
I don't know. Whatever he decided. Okay.
He's not here. He's playing WoW, so we can talk bad about him.
Oh my.
True.
Oh my god.
So, there was some shopping I wanted to do before we headed out, though. A few things I wanted to look into, because we still have that the amulet and the medallion that we found at the hag's place that we need to look at. Perhaps we could talk to the mayor about getting them appraised instead of having to, pay for that service.
Yeah, I have one unknown liquid bottle. I need to find out what's in it as well.
And I also wanted to pick up a book possibly, but that's kind of just a me thing. I could do that on my own at some point.
Well,
Did
we can take a couple hours to resupply, regroup here, and then head out after that, if that works for everybody.
What time is it now, ish?
It was late morning when you woke up. It was late morning again, between 10 to 11. I mean, I assume you guys haven't been conversing for that long, so we'll just assume it's 10:30 to 11:30.
We'll also have to figure out, do we want to travel by foot or seek other modes of transportation? Because it could save us some time if we went on horseback. But we'd also have to care for horses, of course.
We got nothing but time right now. Why would you waste money on horses or a carriage?
I'm just listen, I'm just throwing things out there. I'm just throwing ideas. But yeah, we can just walk. We might need like a tent or something. Personally, I mean, I don't.
Then it's settled.
Nope,
We'll
just
be back
me.
here in
Okay.
2 hours, and I'll walk out the door.
All right, he's just okay.
Dude,
He's just going. Yep.
Okay. And I kind of like pull out like my little like mini map of like the town that I've made and kind of like looking through. I'm like, okay, I need to go here, then here, then here, then here. Okay. Kind of figure out what I want to do.
Sure.
So, first things first. The inn is there, and the mayor's place there. I'd probably go to the mayor's place first and see if we can talk about getting those few things appraised, and where to do that, or if he has any connections for us.
Sure.
I mean, since we did save his daughter after all, you know.
You did. So, the place to get that stuff appraised probably wouldn't be the Mayor's Inn. You'd probably want to go to one of the stores and try and
I would
get
just
it
want to
appraised.
use his influence basically.
Ah, I see what you're
Yes.
trying to do. You're
'Cause I don't
trying.
know if that is it. I'm assuming it's a paid service to have things appraised if you can't do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Like, I don't know if I would say that that would be a paid service. You are asking a store clerk what they think the value of the item is. They wouldn't charge you for that. They just tell you the value, and then you can decide if you want to sell it there or not. They'll give you their best guess.
They can
Did
all-
anyone that's still
also-
here want to take a look and see if these are magical at all? Means because I would not be familiar with that at all. I just not a clue.
While this is all going on, Otto, I'm gonna be heading to Helena's Goods and Healing.
That's fine. We'll get to that in a second. I want to make sure I know where everybody's going.
What role is it to see if something's magical? Arcana?
If you are trying to do it, it's Arcana. If you wish to get it appraised by somebody else, you may do that, and they will roll their.
Alright.
They will do they will do their NPC Arcana
I
check.
also plan on heading to a jewelers if I can find one. Because I want to get
A jeweler? Okay. Yeah. No, I'm with
someone
you.
to sell stones or something like that. Because I feel like that would be a place to go for this as well. To get them appraised.
Sure.
Um,
If you're just looking specifically at jewelry, your best bet is we'll just say you go to Allie's Magic Emporium for now.
yeah, that sounds very effective.
For now, there's probably others. I mean, really, there probably would be another in this town, but let's just stick with this one for now.
somewhere. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'd also want to pick up at some point just a soft covered book that I could have like a blank book basically.
Oh, like a like almost in a like a
Kinda
journal.
like a journal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be super cheap. I know we're only using gold currency for this. I haven't even dug into copper and silver, to be honest. I just like, yeah.
Just like something with decent quality.
It's a gold.
like,
Just pay one
right
gold
on.
and you'll get it.
I would search for that as well.
Okay. Just pay a gold, you get it. That's my answer to that.
And then the only other thing I'd do is at that jeweler's place, I would want to get a nice just chain for a neck chain for my locket. Something that's really really high quality. But
a chain for the locket.
Right?
That's what you're trying.
Very
Okay.
nice chain for my locket that I have.
Okay. A nice chain
Mm-hmm.
for your locket.
Something that's going to not get tarnished and just kind of last a while.
Let's go through the shop catalog real quick. What are other people doing while I look through the shop catalog for that in particular?
I don't know. I guess that
I'm trying to get
necklace?
this liquid identified.
Yeah, if you can find necklace, that would be
the
a best.
amulet necklace is exquisite, which is 5 gold.
5 gold it is
That
then.
normal.
I've
Okay.
just 5 gold it is.
That's what I was looking at,
Yep.
around there.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Again, other people, what are we doing? Sorry. Sarox, you said something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got this unknown bottle of liquid. I'd like to try to see if somebody knows what it might be or knows how to find out.
Unknown bottle of liquid from the hag.
Yes.
Your best bet would be to go to. You could go to either the Goods and Healing store or the Magic Emporium. You decide.
I went to the Goods and Healing to start.
Okay, the Goods and Healing store. Got it. I'm saving you for now because something is going to happen there. Other people. I haven't heard from some folks.
I would like to go to the Magic Emporium just to peruse. Which part of the shop catalog would that be?
Well, it depends on what you're perusing for. The shop catalog goes through pretty much everything, actually. Like, if you're looking for jewelry, there's a jeweler stonecutter section that will be what you're looking for. Additionally, there's an arcane shop. Both of those are near the middle.
I would check that place.
Okay,
At some point.
I will do that. Thank you.
At your discretion. Assume that everything is in there unless I say otherwise. But again, I'm kind of keeping it open on things you can get. Okay. Try your. What are you doing again? Remind me.
Helena's Goods and
Okay,
Healing.
we'll get to that in a second. This.
Allie's Magic Emporium.
Okay, you're going there. You're perusing. Go ahead and look at the shop catalog. Melonius, didn't hear from you. What are you doing?
Magic place.
Okay, got it. You can peruse at your own discretion for that. Okay, people going to Helena's Goods and Healing. You notice that some of the clerics there appear to be talking. The clerics there, let's say there's 2 of them. They appear to be whispering to each other something, and their faces, they appear to be concerned based on your initial passive insight into the situation. So, as you enter, though, they stop whispering to each other, and they say, "Oh, welcome to Helena's Goods and Healing. Feel free to look around." And they start going back to whispering to each other. So for those who are there, now you may do what you wish.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter and I'm gonna pull out the bottle, and I'll say, "Good morning. I found this bottle, and I'm not sure what this liquid is. Do you have any idea of how to figure that out in a safe manner?"
The cleric who you say that to says, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Normally Helena looks at those things, but she hasn't come in today. So I don't think I can help you. I'm sorry."
Do you know when she'll be in?
Well, she's usually in now, so I don't know. We're thinking of later tonight, if she doesn't come in, going to the town guard and seeing what happened.
Do you know where she lives?
She said that she lived north of town.
Oh, not again.
Very well.
Wait a minute.
And I'll...
Wait a second. Wait.
The gears are turning for someone. Okay.
Chotamate.
Oh god.
Yeah,
All right.
The Hag ran the potion.
I was typing up my summary so far for the week, and it just hit me like 3 seconds in. Not here.
I'll go back to the inn and I'll just read my book.
Okay, you go back to the end and read your book. People at the magic shop, whatever you perused, if you need a specific question answered, feel free. As in, like, if you're trying to get something appraised, as an example.
That would be me.
Okay, got it. You go to the person at the who's in charge of the shop, who's Allie, and you ask for an appraisal of the
amulet and the medallion that we found. It just says unknown amulet medallion is what you gave me.
The medallion she is going to, the appraisal she gives, if when you checked it was like 5 gold for that kind of thing. Let me just go through jewelry as well.
Like exquisite
amulet, necklace,
like...
exquisite, 5. She's going to appraise it and say, for the medallion, she's going to appraise it as if you sold it to her, she would buy it for 3 gold from you.
Okay, so it's just a normal medallion.
The necklace, she investigates it, and her appraisal, she says, well, it appears that this necklace is magic in nature.
Oh.
So, but I can't say what kind of magic right now. It's a bit obscure to me.
Do you know if anyone in town could take a look at it by chance?
Well, I would be the one, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, because I don't know that, I'd probably have to ship it out to somebody in Pendrago to investigate further. Right now, since I'm not comfortable with that, what I would do is, well, are you staying in town?
I don't think we're staying in town for too much longer, actually. But you said Pendrago. Who were you thinking of?
Well, there's a couple shop owners in Pendrago that I would go to for this. I'm comfortable with any of them. But I would just find somebody who has an available time to take a look and investigate further, and then once I got a value, I would then just give it back to you and tell you how much I would buy it for.
Of course. Well, we might end up heading that way at some point, so I think I'll just hang on to it for now. But I very much appreciate your time, and
Okay.
of course that the chain is nice as well, so I appreciate that. Do we want to get rid of the medallion? The like 2 people who are with me here. That'd be like Melonius and who else headed to the Magic Emporium besides me?
I
I'm
believe
there.
Jub and
I am also here.
yeah, and
Touch.
Pahanen's here.
Yeah, I would have gone there too.
Okay, and Arden's there. It's fine. I'm just like, okay.
Everybody's here.
It's worth
Everybody's
3
here.
gold, and
I'm there too.
I will
Jesus
look
Christ.
to if nobody wants it. I suppose we could just sell it. I mean, I offer to sell the medallion to the shopkeeper here.
Yeah, she would buy it for
She seems to
3
be
gold.
honest with me, so okay.
She would buy it for 3 gold. Is what would happen. If that is your wish.
And I just leave the 3 gold with who seems trustworthy? Probably Melonius. And then I'm good. I found it and I kind of got the boots. So but if someone wanted to potentially attune to the amulet, that's something we could do in the future. That would give us an idea of what it does. It's a little bit more of a risk to magically attune to it, but that would probably give us an idea of what it does. But we can discuss that on the road. Did anyone else have anything they wanted to look at here? This is the magic place, right?
This is correct.
Oh, do they have any like magical items for sale here by chance, or is it kind of like a smaller shop?
It's a smaller shop for now.
Cool. Then I'm all set with my stuff.
Do
I got my book and stuff.
they sell healing potions here, or is that the other place?
They would sell healing potions here.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
They sell many potions here, actually. There should be a section on this store page for it. Potion shop. There's a section for potion shop near the arcane shop section. Again, towards the middle of the document. Page 6 and 7.
Alchemist fire flask.
Actually, I apologize. It's page 6, not 7. It's page 6.
Ooh. I'll pick up some flasks of oil while I'm here as well.
Okay. Let me see. Oil flask. We'll say it's normal cost.
Cool.
Well, normal cost says 1 silver piece, but I tell you what, if you buy it, you get you get like a bunch of them. So
I get like the pack.
you get a pack of 5, okay, for 1 gold.
Ooh.
A pack of 5. There you go.
Ooh, that's a good deal.
I know that's not necessarily the conversion from silver to gold, but that's what I'm going with.
Sure. I now have 6.5 flasks of oil. Anything else I need here? I'm just like thinking what
Jub's gonna buy.
Sorry, when you were asking about potions, is there anything you needed? Or Arden, rather?
I was probably gonna buy a healing potion, but first I will try and haggle with the shopkeeper a little bit and say, you know, we are the ones who saved the mayor's daughter, and you know, we help keep this town safe. You think you could give us a little discount for the services we provided?
Persuasion.
Yes.
And then Jub, what are you trying to buy?
I want to buy some. Big
Can
rope.
I just cannot.
Go ahead, Jub. Go ahead, Jub.
Cannot roll.
Buying some big robes to put on over my armor.
Big robes. Are you looking for anything like specific in quality, or you just want some robes?
I want them to be blue.
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume you want some normal robes.
I just imagine Arden as the guy who's like the evil villain who accidentally helps all the time.
I see a tailor and textile. That might be it. Clothes. We'll say common clothing. Because I don't see robes specifically. Oh wait, no, I do see robes. 1 gold piece.
Called. I have
Pro left, baby.
large,
It's OP.
very large robes on.
Okay, 1 gold piece for that. Arden, you attempt to persuade the shopkeep, who is Allie, with your words regarding saving the town's mayor and keeping the town safe. And she says, well, that is true. That doesn't mean I'm going to provide a discount.
Very well. It doesn't hurt to ask, I suppose, though. When the name Arden is known far and wide, I think you'll regret that. But anyways, how much for a healing potion?
Healing potion. Potion of healing is what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Or
should be 50. I think.
should be 50 gold pieces according to this chart as well.
No problem.
There is a greater healing, by the way, on here as well. There's like potion availability. I think greater healing, because it's on the uncommon scale.
They increase in price quite quickly.
Yeah, they do.
higher
They
level.
really do. I think it's 250 gold pieces for uncommon. Yep, I see it.
50, 250, 2,500, 12,500,
Oh my
62,500.
Yeah, I'll take a. I will also purchase a normal one.
Okay,
for my own
sounds good.
safety.
Okay. Anybody else shopping and purchasing things? Or haggling, I suppose.
I just want to buy 2 potions of healing.
Okay, 100 gold pieces to buy them. Unless you want to haggle.
Okay.
About to run the shopkeep dry.
Okay,
That's fine.
Pahanan, what do you want?
So I would like to try to find the corner of the store that would have arcane orbs.
Okay, you
Well-
find the corner. Got it.
Okay. So are there any orbs that are in like? Okay, so you know with like let's see here. You know that like with a fortune teller, they always have like a pillow their orb sitting on and stuff like that.
You're
Like
damn
this.
right they do. Sure.
Okay. So are
Mhm,
there
of course.
any?
I love it.
Are there any arcane orbs in here that have like a box and like a pillow that's inside it that the orb is sitting on top of? Maybe with like a lock, you know? So like you open up the box and then the orb's inside.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like that in the store?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'd like to grab one of those and walk up to the shopkeep.
Okay, you grab the pillow.
No, I'm grabbing the entire box.
Oh, you're grabbing the entire thing.
Orb included.
Okay, you grab the entire setup, and you are looking to purchase. According to my shop that I'm looking at, now it treats this orb as an arcane focus, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here that I could attribute it to.
That's fine. I'm willing to spend money.
Well, it's 20 gold pieces as a focus, and I'm thinking we'll just go with that.
Cool.
I'm gonna walk up to the shopkeep. I'm
Okay.
barely 3 feet tall, so I have to lift it above my head to get it on the table. I push it across and say, "I'd like to purchase this today, good ma'am.
Excuse me?
Just this orb today, please."
Good man?
I,
Oh, you didn't ask about the gender
man.
first, did you?
good ma'am.
20 gold pieces. Miss?
You didn't ask how they identified. Ah, 2021. Unlucky.
Oh. I hand over the gold. I pick up the box and I turn away in shame. Before I make it out the door, though, is there a trash can anywhere in the building?
Yeah, there's some kind of there's a way to dispose of waste. Yes.
Okay, yeah. As soon as I get there, I'm gonna open up the box. I'm gonna pick up the arcane orb, throw it in the trash, and put the shell in the box, and then walk out.
Okay. You throw the valuable item in the trash and keep
So-
the pillow. Got it.
And to confirm, there's a
Fucking
lock on
watch
it,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
So as I close the box, I'm gonna Jub's in here too, right? Jub had just purchased something.
I am here.
I mean, he was
I'm
here.
gonna
Yeah.
stare Jub in the eyes as I turn the lock. I'm gonna
Okay.
walk out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, he could have just gone to like a fucking blacksmith shop and gotten like a lot.
Well, for those of you that were there, you witnessed Pahanan purchase a nice-looking box, orb, and pillow, then immediately throw the orb out into the garbage, and keep the box and pillow.
I'm gonna fish the orb out of the garbage.
You reach into the trash.
Well, is this in view of the shopkeep?
No, we'll say you stepped out and the door closed.
Yep.
You fish around into the trash, and you find the orb.
Probably pretty heavy. It's probably pretty far down there.
Yep.
Pretty nasty.
I'm gonna go try sell it back to her.
Okay, you return into the shop with the orb that she just sold, and you.
The same. This one's dirty.
Yeah, she goes. Oh, I see. Isn't that one of my orbs?
No, we were just. I told you we saved the town. We were out on an adventure. I found this when we were out.
Right.
I just forgot about it. I also have this one, and I pull out this like cracked crystal orb that I actually have.
Okay, yeah, the cracked one, sure.
Yeah, I found these two. I'd like to
Okay.
sell them. I'd like to sell them to you.
Well, the not cracked orb, I would buy for 12. The cracked one, it's cracked. I'd buy it for maybe 1 or 2. Let's say 2. So 14 total, I would buy it for.
14 total. Well, I'll take it, I suppose.
Okay, she takes them and she notices that the nice orb, there's like some like stuff on it, and she's like, oh, ew. Okay, anybody else shopping, selling, haggling?
I think that's it.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff.
I
Hold on.
want to buy an item.
Okay, what item do you want to buy?
I would like to shop.
I would like to buy the Tankard of Sobriety. It is a wondrous common item.
Ooh.
I gotta find it.
I don't know where it is on here, but wondrous.
It's
common
so under magic items, common. Oh no, that's spell scrolls. Whoops, I misread that. I thought I
Something
could buy
amazing,
any magic items. That's on me.
Oh, that's all right. Where was it? Which page was it on?
Yeah, now I'm curious.
No, I was looking at 5e tools for magic items,
Got it. Okay.
but I misread the spell scrolls gems section as just items.
I see. Okay.
But
But anything else besides that?
no,
Okay.
unfortunately not.
Okay.
I wanted to get something that fit my character.
So,
Pendragon probably has it.
in that case, assuming everybody is actually done, the party, again, we voted in Discord, has decided we're going north to
Can I
the
get a tent
town.
first?
Say that what?
Sorry, I almost forgot. I wanted to get a tent.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
small tent.
Whatever the cost is that you find
I'll
it
find
there.
it, yeah.
Yep, find it.
I'll mark it off. Yep.
Find it, normal cost, buy it. If it's not in gold pieces, just we'll assume you get more than one, and just we'll round it up to a gold piece. We're heading
Like
Uh,
7.
for 7.
Do we have 7 people in our party?
Yeah, we have 7 people in the party.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah, I'll
Yes.
take care of that.
It is assumed that everybody has basic necessities for going out and camping. That I don't know if that guarantees a tent or not, but it guarantees like a bedroll and some other things.
I don't think any of them come with
I
a
don't think
tent. To
any
be
of them
honest
come
with
with
you.
a tent.
So-
Like,
Keep that in mind. We're heading north. It's depending on the way you're traveling, at least 2 days if you're trying to be fast. If you're walking, might take an extra day or 2. Again, depending on your speed. So, it's also worth noting that you could purchase a mount. There is a excuse me. There are mounts in this town that could be purchased. And I guess I mean like a chariot. I have to imagine there's some kind of wagon that is purchasable as well. And I'll just default the wagon to be roughly the same cost as this chariot. The thing is though, this chariot oh no, the wagon. I see a wagon. The wagon's 35 gold pieces. Apologies. Horses, which are available, are 75 gold pieces. So just keep that in mind. And you can walk if you want. But other than that, we're heading north. So whenever you guys are ready to leave the town and head north, you are welcome to. You just let me know when you're actually doing that so I can prepare the rest of what I got for the travel.
Walking.
Do we know what the terrain is
assume we're
between here and
walking.
there?
If you stay on the roads, it's very flat terrain because you're going to be walking through through plains.
Okay.
Eventually, you will get to, when you get to Oakwood, some more foresty region. But once you pass Stone Valley and its swamps, you're going to hit some plains. So flat terrain is going to be your travel.
Once we regroup, I want to ask: is anybody familiar with the area in Oakwood at all? Take that as a
I
no.
shake my head no.
Not familiar with
Perhaps
that area, but I
we
know
should try to
Forestville, yeah.
find a map first if we can of either the road or
Otto,
potentially the area.
Hold on.
I would
Sorry, go
like
ahead.
to. I would like to go buy a riding horse.
You can 75 gold pieces.
Okay.
If you have the money, go for it. That's my answer. If you got it.
Absolutely do.
Okay, then you got it.
Feed two for it.
Deduct the
No,
75.
feed. Actually, not at bad.
For the sake of simplicity, by the way, it's assumed that when you buy a horse, you have rations to feed it and all that. So your horse is going to starve to death halfway through the travel.
Are you
is what
getting
I'm
a
saying.
horse?
I am, yes.
Erica looking at the tent she bought and realizing her pack is not as easy to carry as she thinks, probably decides it's the best idea to get one as well. So
Okay.
I will join you.
Again,
in that. While I trying to see if I can find a map for at least like the road potentially.
Sure.
And I want to, if I could, tell me if this is possible or not. I would like to try to like get someone to like have me look at a map, and then without buying it, try to recreate it afterwards.
Okay, yeah. So you could find a map at the general store. There would be one available to you. If you're not trying to buy it though, you'd basically have to take the map from the store and draw what you can from it without drawing too much notice from the shopkeepers. So
I just want to take like, a good long look at it and then try to draw as much as I could from memory later.
Okay, so
After the store, in like my little journal.
So we'll assume that you find a map that you're comfortable with, and you give it a good review, and afterwards you exit the store,
Noting some of the important landmarks.
and you try and note what you can. So
I do have cartographer's tools.
you do. So, ooh, what would check would that be to remember that?
I assume it'd
Some kind of
be, like,
intelligence.
intelligence, probably in this
It would
case.
Yeah.
Probably be something along the lines of like
I'm trying to remember what I saw.
it would either be like investigation,
Yeah.
perception, or potentially history.
Or combination.
I
Like
would just
check.
roll flat. I would just roll flat intelligence myself, just like
Yeah.
Let's just do that. No, I like that. Let's just roll
I
flat.
mean, or you could roll like cartographer's tools with intelligence. plus
Yes.
Proficiency if you wanted to give her
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yes,
but-
I do.
yeah.
I do. Go ahead and roll the
That's
cartographer's
literally all I get.
tools with
'Cause
the
I don't have
proficiency.
any int. But I wanted to roll these.
You
Powerful neat.
you draw what you can, and you're familiar based on the map that you've created with the road from here to Oakwood. However, you don't recall how many roads are at the fork, so you just draw the one that you can think of, which is a middle road straight to Oakwood. And that's what we'll say for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So we have two people that bought mounts. I haven't heard anybody else wish to purchase a mount or a wagon.
Nope.
Okay. So in this case, now it is up to you to decide when you actually want to travel. It is assumed that you spent the 2 hours to actually do all your shopping and such. So it is now, let's say, 1 o'clock.
Shall we load up and get out of here?
Let's move.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's how this is going to work. As we travel, since we are walking, I'm going to say it takes 3 days to get there. I know that 2 of us have mounts, but
We're not gonna keep that.
I imagine we're not sharing the mounts with everybody, and assuming that's going to work. So that's how it's going to go. It'll take you 3 days. So the question is, do you want to stop and camp at night, or do you wish to push on? And do you want to tempt fate and go further into the night while traveling, possibly speeding up your entrance to Oakwood, but being a bit more in danger of possibly getting exhaustion?
I don't think we're in a particular rush right now, are we?
No, we can definitely rest.
Okay.
Maybe we
I
should
vote camp.
And I have 4 2-person tents for us.
Okay.
And I did mark that off ahead of time.
Well,
So I assume like my horse is carrying 2 of them, and I'd ask Maloney's to have his horse carry some as well, if potentially possible. But yeah, and I got dibs of my own because I bought the tents, so that's my rule.
okay.
I can stay outside and keep watch.
You guys can figure out what you want to do in between watches and whatnot, but yeah.
Well, here's the beauty of being a Warforged is I get sentries rest, so I can just stay out and keep watch the whole time.
Okay, but that's like kind of cheating. Like,
I mean, it's how Warforged works, though.
Does
It's
he
how
still
it works.
you still have to like take like a long rest per se
He's
to recover? Like, how does that
When
work?
you take a rest, you're in an inactive, motionless state,
Oh,
but you it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can still see and hear as normal.
6 hours of shutting down.
so you just you shut down, but you're still able to have
But
some
you're not
awareness.
shut down. Yeah,
I can put my Warforged in sleep mode. Got it.
So
pretty much.
you'll still have to roll like a perception if you were to be encountered by something, but we'll get to that if that ends up happening. Okay, so the first opportunity to rest comes by, end of day 1. And it sounds like we're taking it. So,
We're sleeping.
this is the campsite. So we rest for the evening with Serox keeping watch. Is anybody else joining him, or are we all sleeping?
I have light vision, so I can't see shit. So I'm getting my 8 hours
I'll join him.
Okay.
for
I
this one.
sleepy.
Okay.
Sleep.
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 Okay.
Sleep.
Then I need Serox and Melonius. You're just gonna roll perception. Your passive perception could be high, but we'll just okay. For now, everything seems good. Nothing particularly exciting happens, so everybody rests without disturbance. And then we continue traveling through to day 2. So I will go back to the map. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth. In day 2, though, you hit a fork in the road. You have 3 options, it appears, because one of the options goes south. So you can probably deduce that that's not the way to go. But there are 3 paths ahead of you. One of which, Erica, you know goes straight to Oakwood. The other 2 go... One goes more slightly west, but still towards north. Other one goes a little bit east towards the river, but again, you're deducing it's still going north. So it could 2 other options to go into Oakwood, the town.
Can I roll something to see if I know this? Because like my character is kind of a traveling bard, and I would think I would have seen this before.
I would like to go left.
You can go history.
History.
Middle, of course.
Man,
Nope.
your rolls are rough. You're not sure. Based on what you recall from your travels, you know that all 3 of these paths in front of you go to Oakwood, but you're not exactly sure which one you recall was safer. So but you're confident that the straight path is the fastest path to Oakwood. Which you could have guessed that, but you're now sure of it. Erica says left. Okay.
Did the missive say like where? It mentioned goblins, right? Attacking the city. Did it mention like where they were camped out at all, or just said
Nope.
goblins were attacking the city?
It said goblins were attacking the town.
Cool. I recommend left or straight then, because straight's the path that I drew, and I just have a good feeling about left.
Straight's the fastest way.
And if we run into trouble, you can just always choose another path. I mean,
Or kill it.
True. Yeah. that would work.
Okay. Is everybody in agreement on which one we're taking?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
A middle.
Middle.
Drew a straight line. Clearly, that's the right
Aye.
path.
Okay. We have decided on the straight path in the middle, and we are resting as we start going down that path. Once again,
We got the fork probably.
okay. Who's keeping watch? Who's sleeping?
Keep and watch.
I would stay up and bother the hell out of Saros because I'd be super curious about what his Warforged is, even though he can't respond for like 6 hours.
Just sitting there waving in front of me while I'm
Sit
powered
there and
down.
kind of just like look at it and like be like, ooh, like just like I want to tinker with it, but I can't. So I would take a watch for sure this time.
Okay. So Sarox is keeping watch. Erica's keeping watch. Who else?
I'm
Uh,
human, so I need to get
I
sleep.
rest,
So
so.
I would
Okay.
need to sleep at some point. So it would
Okay.
just be just Eric's at some point.
So it's just Sarox at some point who's keeping watch. Well, for the first part of watch, it is 2 people, so I'll both people roll perception still.
Okay. Well, I don't have dark vision, so would that just be at disadvantage or just normal?
It's
It's
gonna
not a good roll.
it's gonna be disadvantage because
that's what I figured.
if you're trying to specifically do visual. Okay. Okay. For the first half, let's see what happens.
I don't like that.
Nothing happens in the first half.
That we know.
Erica decides she needs to rest. Sarox, you need to roll one more perception.
Ooh.
Powerful 6.
Okay? You are in your not unconscious but shut down state. And unfortunately, it takes you far too long to realize that as you look around, you notice some strange dragon-like creatures have surrounded you and your party.
All right. Do I have time to like get up and like start making a racket so everybody wakes up?
You have time to get up and do one thing. What is the one
Alright.
thing you wish to do?
I get up and I call out, "We're under attack!"
Okay.
Loud enough
Sarox
for everybody to
yells.
hear.
Okay. Everybody. Even though that was loud, I imagine some of you might be deep sleepers. I wonder who wakes up with perception.
Oh no.
You must roll higher than a 10 to wake up.
Regular
Pardon.
perception or
Actually, I'm sorry, 10 or higher. Regular perception. If you don't roll a 10 or higher, you don't wake up,
Imagine me rolling higher than a 10.
and you'll take a single round off.
What were the,
is what
what
will
were the
happen.
sleeping arrangements?
Okay,
Sticks in perception,
Good
still
question,
gets
too.
an 8.
so
I got 12.
Pahanin, Erica, and Jub hear Sarox call out that you're under attack, and Arden and Melonius are still sleeping, and it just so happens they're right next to each other. So,
That's pretty thick.
you all exit your tents and you prepare for an attack.
Now I roll a fucking 19.
and
Goddamn initiative.
You are going to take the first round off,
Yeah.
I roll.
but you will wake up in the second round.
I am a rogue, by the way. Not a very.
Oh, really?
I'm still groggy. I'm still groggy.
Oh, I rolled an 18, but it didn't.
That's fine. I'll add it.
I
It's fine.
rolled a 5.
It's fine. I'll add it.
I have a lower initiative. than
Add
the
turn.
normal
You said
armor.
18. I'm adding it now. Okay. Yeah, it's not a problem. Okay. So again, Arden's taking a turn off and Melonius is taking a turn off, but you will be allowed to go the next round. That being said, you are prone. So your next round you will be prone when you start. Arden, you're taking a round off. Pahanin, you've exited your tent and you realize you're surrounded by what looks like small dragon-like creatures. You're not sure what they are.
So I wake up immediately when Sarok screams out, "We're under attack." I'm not even going to walk out of the tent. I am just immediately going to Thunderwave and blast the tent away, because I'm assuming there's something
Good money
outside.
for that.
Goodbye, tent.
You just blow the tent away.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Okay.
Boom.
You just boomed the tent. Got it. Yeah, you did. Okay. Thunderwave is a 15-foot cube though. So, oh God, 15-foot cube would
I
be
had
something
allies
like
too, that's
this. Yeah, but with Euclidean, it's kind of weird how I did it. So,
Well, a 15-foot cube.
isn't that like
Well-
this, 15 feet?
That's a sphere. This is a 15-foot cube.
Oh yeah, you just drew one right as I.
Oh, that's the 15. Okay, the green one's the 15.
You were doing a sphere
Okay.
radius.
Got it.
I've
that
defeated
tent.
my enemies.
Thank God that you corrected me there, because I was about to say, I was like, damn. Okay, you Thunderwave. Anything else?
I think somebody
Yeah.
just died.
He made Arden disappear.
Yeah, somebody's
Oh.
gone.
I mean,
Oh,
he actually
blasted him into the atmosphere.
woke up
was-
Arden
that was-
and
I
That
see.
would've been Melonius.
That
When I
that
cast
would've been loud.
Thunderwave,
That
it
would've been
makes
loud.
noise.
Okay.
300 feet away. It's a huge thunder.
Arden is now gone.
That was my fault.
He got yeeted. You were 21. I got you. The Thunderwave was so powerful that Arden was blown into the next map.
Yep.
Arden was blown.
Pahanin, anything else though? You can still move.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the fire. And then that'll be it. Did I wake up Melonius since I made so much sound, or is he still out of combat?
Thunderwave is pretty loud.
Be difficult to sleep through Thunderwave at close range.
Yeah, Melonius, you're awake now.
Cool.
It's a
Gunshots
Thunderwave.
to
Yeah, you're awake, but you're prone. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean that's
So-
fine.
So the one time I rolled high, it was actually bad.
It ended up.
I missed my turn.
You missed
Bro,
around,
When I
sorry.
saw you beat me on the tie, I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, did I? Wait, what's your actually? What's your dex?
Is
Oh,
that
no.
what determines?
Yes, it does. What's
Yeah.
your dex?
Oh.
What's your dex?
14?
Yeah,
Modifier of 2.
yours is higher, so mine's 13. So technically, you would have
I
gone
presume
first.
we go next.
Yeah.
Technically, he would have gone first. Okay, I'll allow it.
Yo, alright.
Arden, yeah!
You're both awake but prone. Go ahead,
You
Arden.
Miss
ruined my
with the
tent, and I'm
plays.
sad. But like, hey, at least Arden gets to go now.
I'll allow it. Go ahead, Arden. You are awake but prone.
Yeah. Arden will rub the sleep out of his eye and be like, "The fuck is going on?" I'll stand up for half my movement. I guess I'll peek my head out of the tent. And what am I gonna do? I think I will use my bonus action to inspire Melonius. I will say, "Up and at him, big boy!" And I give you bardic
Ooh.
inspiration. And for my action, I
Use your little
think
grab ass on the way up.
no, I
What?
definitely do not. I do not smack his ass. Definitely do not do that.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen how firm it is? Like,
And I'll just fire a crossbow bolt at this duder who's closest to me.
I assume you mean the one to the south.
Yep. So
Okay. Well, a 15 hits. Go ahead. Okay, you pierced its heart, it dies.
Nice.
Anything? I assume that's it, so...
That's
Yep. This one, seeing its ally immediately taken down by a crossbow bullet, will charge in on Arden. And it will use a dagger. Dagger edge. Okay, I imagine your AC is better than 10, so it misses.
Yep.
Melonius!
Yeah.
It would be your turn, sir.
So I'm going to move one. I'm just gonna move next. Well, actually, 2, 3. I'm
Mhm.
gonna move here,
Sure.
and I'm going to use my first attack to punch him.
Sure.
Punch him real good.
Yeah, of course. Okay, you don't have to roll for the advantage if you don't want to, but that does hit.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll roll
Yeah, I mean, if you crit, okay.
if I crit. And then let's see on the damage.
Yeah, okay. You punched it, and you punched it right in the head, and you kill you. I mean, okay. I should ask: are you trying to kill it, or are you trying to make it go unconscious? I should ask that.
I will kill it if
Okay,
they're
you kill it.
attacking me.
Yeah, they're attacking you. You kill it. Got it.
And then that was only 15 feet of my movement, so 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
Oh wait, you were prone, right?
You were prone. That's
Oh,
true.
Yeah.
You were
so-
prone.
So I guess 20 then.
Yes.
And I guess I'll stay there for now. And I actually hold on. Oh, I can't use Flurry of Blows. Well then, never mind.
Okay. I'm gonna take the one that you just killed off the turn order real quick. Okay. Next one down here. Erica, did you leave your tent or not?
I'm still in there.
Okay, you're still in your tent, so doesn't know you're there.
Let's go.
Arden, it's coming after you. Are you ready for a dagger edge?
Azure Edge. Azure Edge.
Okay, well, I imagine 11 doesn't hit you.
Yep, misses by 1.
Misses by 1. It tried to dagger you and it missed. This one, Jub, are you in the tent or out of it?
I'm still in.
You're still in the tent.
Haven't yet.
Oh man. Elner, are you in the tent or not? It looks like you're out of it, so I'm just trying to ask.
Yeah, I'll be out of the tent.
Okay, you're out of the tent. The kobold sees you and goes after you. It's gonna throw a it's gonna, excuse me, try and hit you with a dagger. Rolled a 9, so I'm gonna assume that misses.
Yep.
This one is actually going to tear through the tent with its dagger, and Jub's in there, so it's attacking him. Dagger edge. It rolled a 14.
No, that shouldn't hit. Let me make sure. Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Elner.
I guess I'll stab the one that tried to stab me.
Sure thing. You got him. Go ahead and roll damage. You just stabbed him right in the eye and he's dead. I assume you're going for the kill. If you're not, you have to tell me.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay then.
And then I'll just be done.
Okay. Jub, there's a kobold in the tent with you.
I'm gonna slice at him with my sword.
Okay. Go ahead.
I assume I click this button, if I remember. I don't think that's supposed to get... That's only supposed to go on archery, so it'll be a 12.
Okay, 12 hits.
And then I click... this.
You just click the short sword. Yep.
Oh.
Wow. Are you trying to kill it or not?
Yes.
Okay, you stab through its heart and it's dead.
Beta.
Okay. And you're still in the tent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is going to tear through the tent and stab at Erica.
Would I go first?
How many tents? Did
What's
you
your
buy?
dexterity, actually? Why don't you tell me that?
16.
Wow, his is 15? You beat it, so you go first. Go ahead. He won't tear through the tent, then.
I will attack him before he tears through my tent.
Well, there you go. All right.
Stabby stab with my daggers.
Stabby stab. Go ahead. A dagger edge, a 14 hits. Wow. So unfortunately, you didn't kill it.
Yeah, but I stabbed him twice, so...
Oh, you stabbed him twice. Now he's dead. So the first stab didn't get him, but the second one sure did.
Well, unfortunately for him, I get to do it twice.
There you go.
And save my tent for another day.
Okay. Serox, there's one left. Everybody else is dead.
There's one tent left. Can you destroy it?
Yes, I will follow through with this swing to hit the 10.
Please don't. Please don't.
Okay, there's one tent left. Well, the Thunderwave tent, I don't...
Wouldn't
That
have
one's
been
not
a-
I feel like
It's
it's
in
just
the
gone.
cloud.
Yeah.
It's in the
Okay,
cloud.
you hit and I assume you're killing it, right? Unless you're knocking it
Yeah.
out. Okay. You fucking
Didn't
killed
you
it.
technically buy 4 tents though?
Okay.
See on the picture.
Let's get back to
And there's only 3 left in the picture.
Okay. All of the kobolds are dead. It took 1 round. There you go. I mean they're super weak. So,
Have what, 5 hit points?
yeah, they have nothing. So for each one was 25 experience points, and there are 6 of them according to my math. So 6 times 25 is 150. Divide that now by 7.
21 and a half. 3, 2, 1 experience.
Good job. And unfortunately, one of your tents is just gone. The other tent has been cut up and could be repaired if you stitched it back together. But currently, it is torn.
Probably
Arden's
not in the
tent.
middle of the night.
Arden's tent is still intact, so he goes right back to fucking sleep.
Okay.
This
We
Used, by the
have
way.
all these skins around us now to fix the tent.
I'm just gonna move them down here for now.
Sleep.
My buddy.
Let's not do that.
Okay. It is we're gonna
fire.
we're gonna say it is extremely early morning, as in like 4 a.m. By the way.
Wait, how early?
It's 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Nice
I'm going
Oblivion
back
music
to
auto.
hours.
Thank you.
I,
Thank
I
you.
like the choice.
It's great once you finish the combat and then you immediately just jump to Oblivion music again. the freaking basic Oblivion music. Okay. The kobolds, for the sake of additional reward, we'll say each one had 5 gold pieces on them, so 30 gold pieces total was found on the kobolds. So you all have accumulated 30 additional gold pieces as a group, so you may divide that as you wish. Let's make things easier for math's sake. 35.
I was about to say, can we do 30?
Yeah, we can do 35. Yeah. 35 is nicer.
One
Wow,
point.
I can buy 2 more tents with that.
Do we know when we went to sleep at? What time?
I assume you go to sleep roughly at 10 p.m. That's my guess.
Okay.
But you can tell
I'm
me if
good
it's
then.
earlier.
I'm perfect. I can stay up the rest of the night.
Okay.
If D&D combat is to be believed, we were literally up for like 10.
You were up for we're gonna say you were up for at least 5 minutes. The combat was shorter than that, but you're up for 5 minutes. And then you just if you
up and then just murdered a couple kobolds,
you
went straight back
fucking
to sleep.
woke
Like
up
a
and
little
killed some
exercise.
kobolds.
It's gonna. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, that was a crazy dream. Oh my god.
I'll
Alright.
just start canning
gonna
these skins
remove all
while you
the
guys are sleeping.
Turns. Okay. Then, assuming there's nothing else besides just putting yourselves back to sleep, we'll continue traveling. Now there's 1 day remaining. You stayed on the straight path, and we'll say you can do one of 2 things. You can camp before you enter town, or you can risk getting to town at an extremely late hour, but you might be tired near the edge of town. If you were to be attacked, you would be a bit susceptible to a surprise.
Not much we can do in town this late at night.
I mean,
Don't
we
see the
could.
point.
What we could do is we could try to go a little bit ahead on our horses and see if there's any danger, and we could try to expedite the trip a bit to get into town before night's over. If we move it
Or we
faster
can just
today.
That's
sleep.
actually not a bad idea.
I will leave that to you. I don't, as I said, I don't see the point. It's not like we're going to get started on our mission tonight. I'm sure whoever is contracting us will not be awake.
So how long would it take to get to the town today? Like it would be just cresting on like too late.
You
basically?
get to town past midnight,
Okay.
and you would be susceptible to a surprise attack if it occurred. There's no guarantee of that though.
Well, I guess we'll just try to get close and then camp out and then investigate tomorrow.
Is that the decision? Yes or no?
I vote camp and sleep.
Okay.
I
Sleep.
vote that as well.
I'm voting sleep.
Okay. It seems like
For me,
okay. I haven't heard anybody with a strong opposing opinion, so we'll go this way and say you camp again, and the kobolds are gone. Obviously, who's staying awake to keep watch?
me.
I'll stay awake this night.
Okay. The Hannon's awake with chest in hand. Anybody else? You have 3 tents at this point, by the way. Unless somebody bought an extra tent I didn't know of, one of your tents was destroyed.
I'll sleep on the ground. I'm
'Kay.
fine.
Okay.
Well, if
I'll
they're
just
staying
use
up,
my-
there should be room in the tents for you.
If I move your characters, by the way, it's because I'm assuming if you sleep, you're probably going to sleep closer to the fire. Jub, are you out of the tent or in the tent?
I'm in a tent.
Okay, you're in a tent. Go up there. So Pahanin and Serox are staying awake to keep watch. Arden has a tent, right?
Yep.
Okay, then where do you want the tent? You can have the tent to the west or south of the campfire.
South is fine. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. And get in your tent. And Elner and Melonius is on the ground, I know that, but Elner, okay, you're in a tent. You and
Job's 10.
you and Jub are getting to know each other a little bit better. Okay. The 2 people that are awake, keep and watch. Roll your perceptions.
Man,
Okay.
You are really just shutting
no,
down.
I guess so.
Shutting down.
You can hear the Windows music for shutting down.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay. Serox, you do somehow, even though Warforged don't go to sleep, you somehow get so close to that state that you have zero awareness of your surroundings. Pahanin, though, is ever watchful as he strokes the chest, giving great care and protection to it. But nothing happens. One more perception roll, please.
For both of us?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Pahanin, you swear you heard Serox snoring before. But he appears to get back to a relatively normal state that you believe would be his powered down. And you also stay up. You continue to stay up. So you have not slept for an entire 24 hours, is what my understanding is of this.
Correct.
Okay. Do gnomes have the ability to stay 24 hours, to stay awake 24 hours without eliciting a penalty? Because I'm about to give you a penalty.
No, I'm about to be
think so.
penalized.
Okay, you get a point of exhaustion.
Yikes.
For, if you don't know what exhaustion is, I will allow you to...
Not fun.
Disadvantage on ability checks for the
Yep.
first.
Yep,
Yep.
you have a disadvantage on every ability check.
Is it ability checks and saving throws or just ability
You may
checks?
review that if
Just
you
ability
wish.
checks.
Yeah, saving
It's
throws
just
is-
ability
is
checks.
later.
You may review that if you wish. Okay,
Level 6 looks bad.
You just.
Well,
6 looks
well-
bad.
Level 6 is pretty bad.
Is it just death?
Everybody awakens in the morning besides Serox and notices that Bohannon has stayed near Serox's side the entire night to your, perception of the situation. So he does not look particularly in good spirits. You can tell he's tired. But you awaken and are ready to continue to town. It is not far, and you are ready to get into a comfortable bed and not necessarily have to worry about the dangers of the plains. So, the last few hours of travel are going to be uneventful, but Bohannon appears to be a little bit slower than usual as he walks along. Eventually, towards... Go ahead.
Arden will sing Bohannon a song to try and keep him awake.
Okay, go ahead and do performance, please.
Hannah, did you want to ride on my horse, maybe? You look a little bit worse for wear today.
I suppose.
Okay, I offer my horse.
He doesn't look good. The performance is... your spirits do elevate a little, Bohannon, but you don't feel good. You don't feel good at all.
Yeah.
But it's a good song. It's a good song. It is getting towards noon, we'll say, and you finally arrive at the gates of town. And let us go ahead, and I need to move this map down here so I don't accidentally go on it. And I'm going to go ahead and archive this guy. So, here we are. My glorious map that I drew today, or yesterday, I don't remember which, I think it was today. And so much care was put into making this. You can see the trees look excellent. And in the middle of town, in the town, there appears to be some kind of fountain, little town square area.
Or possibly a tit.
Possibly a tit. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Watching this.
As you all are stunned at my artistic skills, you arrive into town and notice plenty of buildings. And you also, as you enter town, see two large, what appear to be lumber yards as you enter. I've put the names there, but in-game you wouldn't know what they are at the moment. And... Oh yeah, sure.
Is there any guards as we enter?
Oh, of course there are.
Okay, can I talk to them?
You may.
Pat,
Absolutely, you may.
I say, we heard that there was goblin trouble up here, and we came to help. Who should we go speak to about this?
Ah, the goblin trouble. Yes, you must be adventurers who have taken up the cause to aid us. You will need to find and speak with Captain of our guard, Captain Tanis. She can be found near the guardhouse. What is so funny? Did I make a joke?
Oh god. Hold on.
Um,
She better have the fucking picture from Borderlands. That's all I gotta say. That was out of character.
I'll say thank you and start heading that way.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful stay at Oakwood.
He's not listening to you.
What?
The big metal man, he just walks away. You see, he did that.
Oh.
He got what he wanted and he walked away from you.
I see. I see. Well, that's quite rude. But, again, enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Okay. The directions to the guardhouse will be provided to you. You're just going to ask around, I imagine, where it is specifically. So, the places you can go to, again, the names are sure incredibly hard to read, but allow me to help you. There are the guardhouse, a longhouse, Victus Arcane Goods, Cedarwood Inn,
Oh, very clever.
and additionally, Adams General Store. The two lumber yards, Barkwood Lumber and Edwards Lumber Yard, are the two main lumber yards in this town.
Is there any like kind of like signs of like the goblin strife they're dealing with here, or
You'd have
to the town?
you would have to investigate with Captain Tanis. The people here don't appear to be concerned at the moment about the goblins.
Okay.
To your ability to see.
I'm just gonna be looking around as we're making our way towards the guardhouse.
People don't appear. People are going about their business.
Mhm.
Okay. Where are we going?
Guardhouse.
The Giord house.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to be sure. You get to the guardhouse, and there is no character token, by the way, for the guard captain.
Is there a bell I can ring? Ding.
You arrive at the guardhouse, and you are here now. What do you do?
All right, I'm back.
Where's the? Is there
We're at the
somebody there?
guardhouse.
Yeah, I mean, there's guards here.
All right. I'll go up to one of them and I'll say, "We're here about the goblin problem."
Ah, yes. You'll want to speak to Captain Tanis. She's just in the back of the guardhouse here.
All right, I'll go to the back of the guardhouse.
Okay. I assume everybody's following. If you're not, you have to tell me. You arrive towards the back of the guardhouse, and there appears to be a woman. She is hunched over on a table looking at a map. It appears to be the map of the town and surrounding forests. And she takes notice of you entering, and she says, "Can I help you?"
We're here about the goblin problem.
Ah, yes, the goblin problem. Good. I'm glad word spread around the various different towns, and some adventurers or mercenaries are willing to help our cause. So, you probably already have a good idea of what was sent to you. I'm not sure exactly how you heard about this issue, but we believe there is a goblin camp nearby the town. They have been attacking one of our lumber yards. Their most recent attack, to our understanding, happened several days ago, and the town guard, frankly, were a bit stretched to go through the forest, well, for lack of a better term, on a manhunt for some goblins. So, how can I help answer questions for you before pointing you in certain directions that could be more helpful for you?
I like raise my hand excitedly, but first can I copy the map down real quick? Would you mind?
She sort of stands up straight and she says, "By all means."
And I just immediately take out my notebook that I just bought and turn to a new fresh page and just start fervently copying the map that she has on the desk.
Is
best as
there
I can.
any estimation of the goblins' numbers?
Well, from what was reported from the lumberyard, there were not more than a handful. However, goblins tend to be in packs, so the concern is how many more didn't attack.
Did they attack? Did
sorry,
they
go ahead.
attack one of the lumber yards in particular?
The attack was reported at Edward's lumberyard.
Are these two separate lumberyards competitors?
Well, yes, they are.
Do you think it would be possible that the other one is trying to get rid of them?
We can't rule out the possibility, but it would be inappropriate to come to that conclusion. So we're keeping an eye on it. But, like I said, we can't just accuse until we know more.
Of course, I'm just pointing out the possibility.
Yes. Again, it's logical.
Can you provide the times of days that these attacks are happening and their frequency? Is it once a day, once a week?
It's not once a day. It's more The first attack was more than a week ago. But that was the first one. This recent attack was the second.
Is it at night or?
It is in the evening.
Okay.
If you wish to know more, my suggestion would be go to speak to the people at Edwards Lumberyard. The person you're looking for would be of the name Jandis.
Did she point out on the map at all where they suspected the camp? I don't remember.
No, she doesn't know. I will show you the other map that she's looking at in a second. I haven't done it yet, but I will. I just haven't moved you there yet.
Gotcha. I'll kind of like step back and look to the party and just kind of like wait if they have anything else to ask, because I'm all good.
I'm making a map.
Okay.
Are we on our own on this, or will the guards assist us at all?
You are on your own. Like I said, we can't stretch our guards. We have already placed guards near the Edwards Lumberyard. Besides our already posted guard around the town, we are... I'm not going to send out guards on something that I've already put a bounty on.
And it was the Edwards Yard that was attacked, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And the reward for this, can you remind me?
Well, the reward would be such that, well, there appears to be 7 of you. It will be 200 gold a person.
And is there any possibility you could, well, if there is indeed some foul play between the two lumber yards, if we're able to apprehend a culprit in that, would you provide more, possibly?
Well, I'm not fronting the reward, actually. The owner of Edwards Lumberyard is fronting the reward. We are facilitating. So, if you find a culprit, if there was foul play involved, I would be inclined to provide you some small bounty. But we are not the wealthiest town in this country. So the guards may allow some slip of funding that we would provide for other rewards of various bounties. I can possibly allow 200 gold to slip by the wayside, undetected.
Alright.
But you'd have to find a culprit, assuming there was foul play, and we're not coming to that judgment.
Yep, Arden nods.
Anybody...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say go ahead.
No, this is going to be an outside conversation, so we'll wait till we're outside.
Well,
right now.
I will provide you this much. We've collected some evidence of the attack on the lumber yard. We can confidently say that no one was killed. There was some destruction of property, and some gold was taken. The reported amount of gold that was taken was roughly 100. And the destruction of property, meaning some of the buildings and certain tools that are used, were vandalized. But we haven't found any kidnappings or fatalities. We also have not investigated we also haven't investigated the forests, by the way. Again, our mission is to protect the town itself as best we can. We are asking adventurers to help with this. While it is an interior issue, the exterior exploration we're asking of adventurers.
And I'm assuming goblin attacks being non-fatal is pretty uncommon, no?
Well, I won't say that we've encountered goblins often, but I would suspect these creatures... We do know of them to be looting, but not killing people or kidnapping is somewhat... it's out of character, I would say. But
and
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say on the map, kind of pointing to hers because it's probably better than mine.
Yeah,
Still.
sure.
Whereabouts have you been searching? What are the ideas of where you
Right.
think you should check first? And obviously, you mentioned the forests are pretty much untouched at the moment.
The forest, like I said, we haven't investigated. Again, if I had guards to spare, you wouldn't be here. I would have already dispensed them.
I'm just curious
to-
where we should start.
Of course. My first, if I was you, as the adventurer helping investigate, first order of business would be to talk to the people at the lumberyard, and well, you've already alluded to some kind of foul play. If you were to deduce that and investigate it and find evidence of that, that would be valuable for us as a town. But the forest is an obvious place I would also explore. The forest has several locations you could investigate. I can also tell you the forest is not the safest place. As you go deeper, there are certain creatures we tend to avoid. Some that are territorial.
Of course, as you'd expect.
She-
We've seen our fair share down south.
Now I'm going to move you to the other forest map that she has.
Oh, there's another map. There's like 2.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I copy that one too.
She points to a map and says,
I like maps. Listen.
we've tracked and we've outlined several safe paths that would be available to take to not enter the thick of the forest. That being said, we've known several creatures to be roaming the area. Wolves. We've had reports of spiders.
Wow, is that her wolf attempt, Lol?
That's mine.
Okay.
That was my attempt at it. And there are some caves. There's a ruined fort that we know of that we don't really venture there. There's many different things in the forest. It's been a while since we've charted all of it. So
just for our own safety, what are the main spots you think we should avoid?
the
cave.
the northeast I would avoid.
There's a spot that just says treasure.
Yeah, I gotta ask about that. Why is there a spot on the map that just says treasure?
Right.
What is at the treasure spot?
Right. Our understanding is that there is some kind of treasure there. We just don't know where. This is specifically from rumor. But
Okay.
we generally don't adventure there due to the other parts of the rumors that explicitly it is written that certain horrors are guarding it. So we just avoid it. And again, I would avoid the northeast. There have been reports of a somewhat large creature roaming that area.
Otto, should I start getting these maps and drawing them myself for my own character?
I mean, if
It's like I'm bringing
you're
it up later.
you're welcome to.
What
I'll see what I can do next week. Just
what
send me them over
lives in
Discord.
the huts?
The huts. Oh, there's we do know of some people who have decided to live in the forests themselves. They keep to themselves. We don't disturb them.
I assume the town is south.
Correct.
South. Oh, okay.
Correct.
What do you know what god the shrine is to?
We don't actually. We just avoided it. The last time I sent people, but again, we don't send people there often.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the maps. What was your name again? I apologize.
Tanis.
Captain 10, of course. Thank you. And I go back to finishing my copying job.
She says, keep in mind this map has been passed down from my predecessors as well. So things may or may not have changed.
From the cave drawing predecessors. Mental thought, not verbal.
Look, I tried real hard. Okay.
Otto, I love it.
I tried.
I love it already.
I really tried.
It is great.
Don't worry, just wait till
I
you see what I
just-
do with it, Otto.
I really love the treasure where you not only just drew the chest, but you put the little lines around it like it's shiny.
Go here.
No,
Sure did.
Fucking
Sure did.
My favorite is dinosaur question mark question mark question mark.
Dude,
I'm personally a fan of my wolf attempt lol.
I tried.
Oh, it's
I
good
really
too.
tried.
This is a great map.
I like the dino. I like the dino head too. Like it's fucking Tarrasque up there or what? Just eat our face. Like okay.
So
Is that 1N or 2N in Centanus?
TANNIS.
Let's go. Spelling is
I'll
tough.
bring you back to the other map, by the way.
Yeah. How good is my drawing in the maps? We get to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
It's
I mean,
a
you've
real
been there
life
for a while.
dexterity
I mean,
check for Tosh.
you've been here for a while. We can assume that you've done a decent job of copying.
Erica probably did a great job. Dodge is going to do a horrific job.
Right. Right.
Sleight of hand
I mean,
check.
listen. If you could draw a better wolf than me, I may have you draw some of these things because this wolf was
it's
hard.
Okay, I have a plan.
I
Don't worry.
this was all my effort went into this fucking wolf drawing.
Otto, I have an
It's-
excellent plan.
It's a shame that Kuru is in this campaign and you can't commission him.
Who says I can't?
Oh, Kuru's would have been so great. Kuru's would have been so great. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think that's about it. So, she mentioned checking out the lumberyard, likely check somewhere in the forest for the actual goblins themselves.
Correct.
Right. Those
Correct.
are basically the two just we got out of this.
That's what she's giving you.
Okay. Cool.
Any further questions that I can help you with?
I think that'll do it.
Very good.
Not that I can think of.
Kind of like finish up my drawing, and I'm like, I like hold it up to like dry a bit, and like, perfect. Okay.
Well,
Are we all set?
I will say that you don't report to me, but if you wish to update me, I would appreciate it. And also, the leader of the town has instructed me to, and she pulls out a piece of paper and she starts reading from it. The town is not obligated to provide you lodging at our expense. You must pay for your own lodging. You must also pay for your own items you procure in this village.
I'm assuming
Naturally.
Arden is losing his shit.
She says, there, I've said what I've been required to say. now."
Arden counting the handful of gold pieces he's gonna have to spend.
And do we come to you for the reward or the Edwards people?
Well, you would be going to the Edwards people for the reward. That being said, if foul play was involved, and somehow the Edwards people were involved, we would have the ability to procure those funds from them, and since it was contracted from them, provide them to you. Because we would be obviously arresting them if they were involved in some kind of plot.
I'm not sure why they would sabotage their own lumberyard.
Well, it'd be the barkwood that they would be.
As you may recall, I am not coming to conclusions.
Yeah. But yeah, I get what she's saying.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you all coming to aid our town. And interesting side bit of information just happened. Hold on, I have to.
Also, do you have a spot where we could lodge our horses that we came in on? I probably should have. They're kind of just outside. I guess at this point we didn't ask when we came in. Polonius.
She says, "Well, I
We brought the
appreciate."
horses into the office.
I mean, there'll be a stable. You can put them there.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. She says, "Well, like I said, adventurers, we appreciate your aid, and whatever additional assistance I can provide besides actual manpower, I will do what I can. Good day."
Keep a day.
Okay. Now where are we going?
Stable first.
Yeah. The lumberyard again is the Edwards lumberyard is the one she was talking about again. There are two main lumberyards though. They are on the map.
Well, first things first, should we go deal with the goblins today and figure out what's going on with that, and then we could see if there's anything foul play related afterwards, or do you want to wait and see, like,
think we
spy a
should.
bit?
We should go speak with Edwards the lumberyard to see if they have a better idea where the goblin camp might be.
What were you thinking, Arden, as well? I agree with that, though.
Yeah, I think we should go speak with them first. See what we can, see if they have any information to help us, and see if we can start sniffing out if there's a plot going on here.
I was also gonna ask, this is like once we had time, like, was anybody wanting to take the risk to randomly attune to this amulet that we have, that we got from an evil
fuck it,
hag?
I'll do it.
No.
Alright, it's not my responsibility for what happens to you. But you can do that at your leisure. You have an amulet of magic of some sort now, Mason.
I will put it on.
And in 10 minutes, we'll find out what it does.
Oh, did you put the amulet on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
As you put it on, you feel strangely satisfied with it. And
Okay.
for now, we'll leave it at that.
All right.
Go ahead and add the amulet.
Precious.
Go ahead and add it. You've added to your inventory, I assume, already, but we'll see if something comes of that today or when it does in the future. We'll get to that point. Okay. Now where are we going?
Edwards, I think.
Lumberyard.
Okay. It is still afternoon. You were at the guardhouse for, we'll say, like 30 minutes to an hour, so still early afternoon. You arrive at the lumberyard, and it appears that there are folks who are they're working, and there are people who are moving lumber to specific areas where they can be strapped up, and there's also people placing strapped lumber onto a cart, a large cart that is being pulled by horses, several horses, like I would say like a 4-horse type of deal. And beyond that, some people look like they're repairing some buildings and things like that. And at this point, you're going to have to figure out where you're going to go now. You are at the lumberyard, though.
I'll go up to just some random worker and I'll be like, "Who's in charge here?"
Well, that would be Jandis, and he points to like a small building towards what looks like the north of the lumberyard as you enter it, and he says, "Just go over there, and you can see her if she's not too busy."
I'll nod at him and head that way.
Sounds good. You arrive at the building, and the door is closed. There are a couple windows that you could peek through, but it's up to you what you want to do now.
I'll knock.
Okay. You hear somebody from the other side call to enter.
I enter.
And you see a woman who's at a desk. She is sitting, and she picks her head up and sees all of you enter. I imagine all of you are entering. And
Be right back again.
yep. And she folds her hands on the desk and says, "Well, quite a group here. Can I help you?"
Are you Jandis?
The same.
We're here about your goblin problem. We've already spoken with the guards, but we wanted to ask you a couple more questions. They said that you might have more information.
She leans back and says, "Excellent. Well, how can I help?"
Do you have any idea where the goblin camp might be, or where the goblins are coming from?
I have no idea. Based on what the guards have told me, the belief is that they're coming from the forests to the north.
Do you, your relationship with the Barkwood lumber,
Yes.
Is it a good relationship? I know it's a competitive relationship, but is it malicious in any way?
I don't think our relationship is malicious. They are a competitor, and though we both deal in the same product, we both have our customers. That being said, my competitor is growing, but I have plenty of people that purchase my lumber and have been doing so for, I would say, at least 2 generations in my family.
All right.
Any other questions?
Did
I got
anyone
nothing else.
Did anyone happen to see the goblins?
We did. This lumberyard does not operate in the late hours of the night, so none of my people were here to see this attack. That being said, my understanding, based on the guards that were here to respond, is that there were 2 guards that were keeping watch at night that did end up seeing the goblins enter my lumberyard and vandalize. They've also taken some of my money.
Do you know who the guards were, by chance? Specifically at all?
Well, I can't say I know them, but I do know that the 2 guards who did respond, I mean, they were pointed out to me.
Would anybody know their names or their faces? They might have better information for us as well.
You're welcome to ask the captain of the guard about it. I can't give you any names. I gotta be honest, I don't remember.
That's fair. Can't expect you to remember everybody in town.
Though it is a small town, it's not like I meet everybody.
I've been there.
So, again, anything else I can do to help? I assume they've told you I'm putting up the reward, which is true. I am taking on some of my own funds to pay for a swift resolution.
We ever contact. And what was his name again? I'm sorry.
Whose name?
The lumberyard.
Oh, Jandis owns Edwards Lumberyard. The other lumberyard is just called Barkwood. You're not sure who owns it. She says, might I make a suggestion? I would suggest investigating the lumberyard as well. I did say that the relationship between our business and the other business, Barkwood, is not malicious, but that is my opinion. The opinion may not be the same there.
I want to insight check that. Her saying that it's not malicious.
Okay, go ahead.
Arden, very good rolls.
You're
Not sure.
You're inclined to believe her for now.
Yep.
Does anyone else have any questions?
All right, I'm back again.
Welcome back again.
Thank you.
So she says there's no malicious intent between the 2, right? Or there is?
She's saying that she does not believe that as competitors there is not a malicious relationship between them.
Oh.
But she is asking you to investigate them as well, making a suggestion, I suppose, is a better way to put it. Because she says the feeling might not be mutual from the other side.
Okay.
Can I do you have any, I don't know, official documents I could inspect here? I just want to get a feel for your what your documents look like, just in case we find something, some evidence. Maybe someone's trying to plant something against you. I don't know. I would just like to take a look.
I don't understand. What are you trying to look for? Like our seal? Our business seal? Our logo?
Your seal, your handwriting, your any sort of documentation you might have.
Well, this
Actually,
is a letter I wrote to the guard, to the captain of the guard, explaining that I am providing a reward. How's
Were
this?
was it just gold missing, by the way? Or was there any like actual material missing as well?
To my understanding, it was just money, gold.
Okay. And of course the property damage.
Yes, property damage, which, I mean,
It's worth its weight in gold.
the property damage isn't... It's nothing we can't recover from and rebuild off of, but the peace of mind is far more valuable.
I say, do you mind if I hold on to this just as an example, or do you need it?
I can give you a copy of it, but I'm not going to give you my official version of it.
That's fine.
And she hands you the like equivalent of it with seal and everything. It looks the same to you.
Okay.
She says, "Yes, I made several copies, as I do with other things, just for my own records. So I suppose being one more being gone isn't a big deal." Again, can I help you with anything else? Otherwise, I need to continue my work, and I do appreciate the assistance on this.
Well, I think we have a couple leads to go off of. Appreciate your time.
And she just offers you the door to exit.
Mhm.
Okay.
I walk out.
Okay. You exit the lumberyard. Unless you want to investigate the lumberyard itself, you have to tell me where else you're going.
I'd like to take a look at like where the area is that was like damaged, or
Yeah,
like, the area of the actual like vandalism. We'll say.
sure. Upon a very simple investigation, without going too far into the details, it appears some things were like slashed with some kind of sword-like weapon. A couple places that were holding wood have been broken. So as in like the straps that were holding the wood together, they've been cut and broken. So that some of the wood is still lying around, and people are trying to clean it up and get it organized again.
I'd like to take a look and see if like there's any goblin related tracks, or is it a like footprints type thing, or is it just kind of human footprints around?
You need to make survival if you want to investigate further, but it looks like a lot of human footprints.
I do. See if there's any signs of goblins being here.
Sure. So if you want to, yep, there you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's some prints that do not look human.
Okay. Does seem like something was here
Does,
besides just them.
Does anybody know anything about goblins and their behaviors?
Oh.
Something just seems a little off to me about the stealing money and property damage.
I know stealing money seems really weird for goblins, other than shiny things.
Yeah, I guess shiny.
But the best I can do is I know a lot about ruins and dungeons. I don't know if I know specifically about goblins per se, but I'm proficient in history. I don't know if that helps at all.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I have nothing specially on goblins though in my history. I grew up in a pretty as I say in Michigan, I grew up in a white town.
Did we trying to think in like the first couple of sessions, I thought I remember like Jub knew stuff about creatures and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean-
I know about beasts, but not. I don't think that would include goblins.
It doesn't include goblins.
I guess not then.
But forests, though, when we get to the forest,
I would like
That's my
to talk.
specialty.
I would like to talk to the guards if we could, and figure out which guards we can talk to about the attack and see what they know, because that's probably our best lead is to actually getting to know where to go, and then possibly seeing. We could talk to the other lumber, so that I wouldn't know what to ask them. But if you wanted to interrogate them, I guess we could.
We might as well spend the rest of today investigating because we probably don't want to go hunting for them at night.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I'm not positive, but I think goblins are nocturnal.
We could
So-
potentially try to scout out the lumberyard and make sure nothing else happens.
I will let you guys handle the guards. I'm gonna do a little investigating of my own for a bit, if you don't mind. I'll meet you at the inn tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, just be safe, I suppose. Did anybody else want to split off and do something? There's shops to check out and things like that, but
I'll meet up with everyone later. I want to take care of something real fast.
okay. We could wait if you wanted us to wait for you.
I just don't want other people around in case things get a little dicey.
I mean, I feel like we're the exact kind of people you would want around, but I understand. Well then, I guess I will head to the guardhouse. If anyone wants to join me, they may.
I'll go with you.
Okay. And I start making my way back over to the guardhouse to try to talk with Captain Tanis again.
Okay. So the people that are going to the guardhouse, let me know. Who's doing it besides Sarex and Erica? Anybody else going?
Me.
Okay, yep, I got you.
Also me.
Okay, yep. Anybody else going?
Me.
Okay, just those two. Got it. Arden and Melonius I'm not sure what you're doing, but I want to know what the other people are doing before I get to you. Pahanin and Elner and Jub. Haven't heard a thing. What are you doing?
Is there like a bench in town square or something?
Sure, yep.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm just asleep on that. I passed out a while ago.
Okay, okay, yep, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so Pahanin actually decides to just walk off to the town square and he passes out on a bench. Okay, Jub and Elner, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go hang out at the shops, even though I know it's gonna be like the same stuff as before. I'm just gonna look around.
Sure, Elner.
I'm just gonna go to the inn and get a room and just chill.
Okay, so Arden and Melonius. Let's start with Arden. Arden, what are you doing?
I know that normal shops don't sell this, but I'm gonna check. Again, this is kind of a quaint town, so I'm not sure I would find this here. I'm probably gonna have to roll for it.
Okay.
But I want to ask around and look around and see if I can find some sort of shady part of town, some sort of dealer where I can buy a forgery kit.
Roll survival.
Survival?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, sure. Survival. Oh, fire! Good roll! Yes!
Nice.
No,
You-
you got nothing.
You investigate the town
Absolutely nothing.
using streetwise instincts, and as you investigate and look around, you find a man, or what looks to be a man, who is cloaked in a back alley near a store. And you walk up to him, and you lock eyes with this person, and he says, "Another customer. What can I do for you?"
I am, well, I have some skills, but I lack the required materials. I'm looking for a way to forge documents, or at least the proper materials in order to forge documents.
I see. Well, I might have what you need, but how much would you pay for it? Why don't you come up with a number, and if I happen to make a transaction with you, it will be the correct number. If I sit back down and get back to my own business, you've answered wrong.
$1 million.
I'm not sure if Arden would know how much this costs, but looking at the dock, it's supposed to cost 15 gold.
Why don't you make a guess?
I don't know if Arden would know that.
You can guess that.
I will say, this could be very, this kind of thing could be very prosperous for me, and I'm feeling generous today. I will give you 30 gold for it.
Okay. 30 gold I can do. And he passes you a small box with several items in it that would be required for a forgery kit. And he says, "Pleasure doing business with you."
You as well, friend. I'll know where to come if I ever need, things of this type again.
I would expect me to be gone by then.
Well, fair enough. I'll just walk away.
Okay. Melonius, what are you doing?
I want to attune to this amulet and see what it does.
Okay. The amulet does not necessarily require attunement, just so you know. So you won't have to take up an attunement for that. But as you further investigate it, you find that while you're investigating it, you think the first thing you think is, "Oh, I'll take it off and take," but you can't. You physically can't. You
Boy is
can't.
cursed.
You can't make yourself take this off, and you find yourself just gently holding it. You can make your own deduction, which you've already said, cursed. Sure, you could. And
Death approaches.
that's what you deduce, is that this amulet is really valuable and special. And I don't want to take it off for any reason.
Is there anything else about it?
From your investigation, based on what you would feel is common sense, saying, "Man, this clearly this could be cursed." At the moment, no.
Well, that's shitty.
Don't worry, the blood of your enemies will seal the necklace. Fear not. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's absolutely fine.
The stars may align in a certain way. Will the amulet's features will be discovered, but they haven't aligned quite yet. But when they do, you'll know.
I'm scared.
What?
Like I said, we'll see. When you do the thing, you'll figure it out. But until then,
Do the thing.
it's a question mark still.
And you do the thing.
Or you could. There is, as a note from Melonius, there happens to be an arcane goods store. You could venture and ask the person there. There's a chance they may know. Can't guarantee it, but there's a chance. So that's an option. That would be a common sense option that you would come up with.
Well, I'll go there then.
Sure. You enter Victus's arcane goods store, and the floor is yours.
Well, I will walk up to, I assume is Victus.
Sure.
And say, hi, I need a magical item, identified.
He says, "Okay, what's the item?"
I will pull out the amulet and make sure I'm holding onto it.
Well, it's on you. You're still wearing it.
Okay.
You just show it to me. He says, "Would you mind removing it?"
I'd rather not.
I see. That doesn't bode particularly well. Let me take a look. And he investigates it using his arcane abilities. And you hear a lot of and he says, "Well, my dear man, good news and bad news. Which would you want first?"
Doesn't really matter to me.
Fair enough. Bad news goes first. That way you can walk away with some good news. Bad news is, as I think you've probably guessed by now, this is cursed. And
You know what? Yeah.
to break this curse is beyond my understanding. There may be some folks in the capital city that could help you there. The good news is it's not dangerous to you. It is not hurting you in any way that I can see. And, well, fortunately my wits are a bit stronger than most, but I will say that if I was weaker of mind, you might have charmed me more while wearing this amulet. If you're getting my meaning.
Good to
So,
know.
I suppose it's not all bad.
Could be worse.
Very well. Is there anything else I can help you with, sir?
No, I believe that's it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. While wearing the amulet, the negative of the amulet is, just to be very explicit about what the details of it would be, now that it's been appraised, I'm just going to give you the exact details of it, if you wish to write it down, is the point of this. You are physically unable to remove this amulet from your person. If anyone tries to remove it from you, you will aggressively protect it. However, your charisma modifier, for your skills in particular, your charisma will go up by 1. And all skill checks related to your charisma modifier will receive a +1 bonus.
You'll die in 3 hours.
So, yeah.
7 days.
But again, the description I gave for that, for the negative side, the cursed side. So,
Guess
Alright.
I should have put that shit on.
it is also worth noting that this is the only amulet you may wear. This amulet will not allow you to wear other necklace jewelry.
It's territorial.
Oh, so he can't be the famous rapper 2 Chainz.
Just full description. There you go. Okay. For the folks that are going to the guardhouse now, the floor is yours.
I would like to talk to Captain Tannis again and ask
Sure
her
thing.
if she can point us to the guards who were in charge of, or who discovered the goblin attack.
She says, "Well, fortune is yours. They are in fact in the guardhouse resting. They take night watch.
Do you know what time we could speak with them?
You can speak with them now."
Well, I mean, I don't want to bother them if they're in the middle of resting.
Well, if you don't want to bother them in the middle of resting, you'd have to wait till past dinner. So, 6
How about
o'clock? I would say, from the game perspective, between 3 and 4.
Okay. Okay, then what were their names? Just so I can find them later, in case they're not here.
Oh, I'm going to have to make up some names now.
Yeah.
Tyler
Oh, of course.
and
Classic
Tyler and Adam. Tyler and Adam, there you go. Tyler and Adam. That'll do. Heaven help me if I remember that. So guards Tyler and Adam were on watch and found the goblins at the lumberyard. Okay.
And then time being, I want to then head and get my own room and get that straightened away.
Got you. Serox, what do you... What?
I'll wait. Is there any benches outside the guardhouse?
There are benches in the town square. Is that okay?
No.
It's not... Oh. There's grass. There's a staircase.
Okay,
at the
I'll sit on the staircase
Okay.
by the guardhouse,
Okay.
and I'll read my book, waiting for...
I see. He's just... Okay. He's waiting
Too good
patiently.
for the benches.
It's just like, okay. It's a little... It's a little
Well,
far, I
the
guess.
benches aren't close enough to the guardhouse. I want to be
Sure.
there
I see.
when Tyler and Adam walk out.
I see. Okay.
And I will question every guard that walks out. Are you Tyler? Are you Adam?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You
Look,
question...
I'm a Warforged. I've got time to kill.
Yeah, you question every guard, and eventually one of the guards says, I've been past you 3 times, and you've asked me if I'm Tyler or Adam 3 times. No.
I'm not good with faces.
Clearly. And
Are you Adam?
this is the 4th time. It's 4th time. So, everybody else, until Serox actually talks to them, we've got roughly 2 hours to kill in-game. So, if there's anything specific that you need to do, I would do it. Otherwise, the next main thing is Serox is going to talk to Tyler and or Adam.
I mean, I'll be back by then, too,
Yep.
to also find them. But
Okay.
I just want to, like, get a room squared away, and
I'll
that's
go
kind
to
of...
if I have time, I'll go to the other lumberyard.
Okay.
After my detour, but I don't know how long that took to find that dude. Probably a while.
You've got time to go to the lumberyard before Serox's interaction. Pahanan, you're still asleep.
Of course.
I'll tell you when you wake up. And Jub, you're shopping around. I don't know if you found anything interesting yet.
Yeah.
Elner has a room.
Looking.
And Elner has a room, and he's just hanging out. So, if anybody wants to do anything specific, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to go to Arden, because he gave me something specific. Arden, you go to the other lumberyard.
Yep. I just asked to speak with the Well, yeah, I'll ask to speak with the manager, whoever it is.
Can I speak to the manager?
Good God.
I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
My name is Karen.
Manager. Yeah, you can. Usually he's, this is about time he ends the day, so this timing might actually be good. Go to the, east side of the lumberyard, a little bit back, and you'll probably find him, just making sure everything's about to get shipped out proper. You're looking for a man by the name of, Ronald.
Very well. Also, just a quick question for you. I assume you've heard about the goblin attacks on the Edwards lumberyard?
I mean, we've heard of it.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm worried that there are goblins nearby, but I don't really feel anything else. I mean, it's not like they attacked me, so I guess it's unfortunate.
Fair. Alright. I just wanted to get your opinion on the matter. You just do your job, right? Working man?
Yeah,
Good on you.
I suppose. Thanks. Thank you. Well, like I said, Ronald's back there.
I'll go see Ronald. And I go find Ronald.
Okay, you find Ronald. He's back there. It looks like he's trying to help secure things onto some carts for shipping out.
I say, Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hello. I am a member of the the adventuring party who is going to be taking care of the goblin problem you guys seem to have in town. So we've heard about that.
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to ask you a few questions about that.
I suppose.
What do you know about this? They targeted the well. Tell me what you know about it.
I know goblins attacked Edward's lumberyard
Mm-hmm.
a few nights ago, from what I heard.
Yep, that is true. Um, are you competitive with Edwards over there? How do you feel about them?
Am I a suspect?
No, I'm just getting a sense.
We're competitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to try to insight check this guy
Sure.
as well.
He's trying to avoid. He's trying to avoid your answers.
He's trying to dodge the question.
He's dodging the answers.
He just says we're competitors. I mean,
Mhm.
try not to think about him. Focus on your own business.
Well, I can tell you that they over there certainly suspect something. So I would be on the lookout a little bit, just to let you know.
What do they suspect?
Well, they suspect that they don't have anything concrete, obviously, but they suspect that, you know, maybe someone hired the goblins or got some foul play was afoot. Again, they didn't say anything concrete, but you know, they seem suspicious of you guys over here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we haven't done anything wrong. So I don't know any goblins. Nor did I even know goblins were here before the first attack. I believe it was more than a week ago, if memory serves. But they seem to be attacking Edward's lumberyard only. So I'm not sure what to tell you.
Fair enough. That makes sense to me. Well, if I find anything out or find anything suspicious, I'll be sure to come to you and let you know.
Okay. I mean, you probably better serve going to the guards, but I'm not gonna say no to information.
Well, I don't want anybody to set up a well-meaning citizen like yourself. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta close up here. It was nice meeting you,
Arden.
Right, Arden. Well, it was nice meeting you, but I gotta close things up here.
Very well. I wanna like hang around and try and hide somewhere
Mm-hmm.
while he closes up and try and like I don't have thieves tools, so I couldn't pick anything, but I want to see if I can, after people have left, if I can like sneak into the office and find some documents that I could pilfer from them all.
Okay. Well, you find a spot to hide that's within sight of the office, I would imagine. As you're finding your hiding spot, you notice that Ronald, he finishes up his work and then he looks like he's having a conversation with somebody near the office, and then he enters it with somebody else. And you wait about 15 minutes or so, and nobody's come out yet. And it's getting to be the equivalent of dinner time. So you're getting close to 6. What do you want to do? Keep waiting?
Could I like get closer and peek in?
You could with stealth.
Yep, I'll try it.
Okay.
Terrible.
You get close enough where you could see through a window without causing trouble.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay. The person and Ronald appear to be looking through various different cabinets and desks.
Are they pulling anything out of them, or they're just opening and closing?
They're opening and investigating them. They haven't pulled anything out yet. Do you want to keep waiting?
I'll look around my surroundings and make sure nobody's like watching me or seeing what the fuck I'm doing right now.
There appear to be nobody else around.
Yep, I will keep waiting.
Okay. We're at about 6 o'clock, so I'm going to continue this, and then I will get to the Serox part. So, eventually, you can kind of hear. It's not, like, perfect, but you can make out enough. Seems like the other person found something and said, and they say to Ronald something along the lines of, "Hey, I found something here." And he puts it on the desk, and Ronald appears to be investigating it.
Okay, what is it, like a document?
It seems to be some kind of document.
Okay.
Are you still trying to remain quiet?
I will. I will just leave.
Okay, you leave. So, you leave the lumber yard, and we'll pause there for that part. Serox, it is 6 o'clock. You keep asking per people. A couple guards are now just standing near you, and they're not annoyed. They're just trying to make sure you're not trying to cause any issues. And eventually, you call one guard and ask, "Hey, are you Tyler or Adam?" And the guard goes, "Yeah, I'm Tyler. Can I how do you know who I am? Who are you?"
Is Erica back yet, or is it just me?
It's you and Erica. I assume was going to get back there around 6, so it's you and Erica.
Okay.
So both of you are there.
All right, I'll say.
Oh.
Uh,
Did you find them? Sorry, go ahead.
yes. So we're here about the Goblin incident, and we wanted to ask you questions because we heard that you were keeping watch when the Goblins attacked.
Oh, yeah, I was there. Sorry. Well, I work night shift. You gotta understand. This is when I wake up. Yeah, I worked the lumber yard, or near there, that night, yeah. Well, why are you asking?
I'll look to Erica because I know she wanted to ask him.
We were just kind of wondering what you saw, and some more information about the goblins that attacked, if you could provide that.
Yeah, the goblins. Well, when I was on watch, I headed up to one of the watchtowers near the northeast wall, And at first I didn't know that, they were coming in. They were really quiet, I guess. And before I knew it, I heard some noises coming from the lumberyard. So I got one of the other guards, Adam, to come with me and check it out.
Mm-hmm. So they kind of snuck in, you said?
Yeah, they snuck in. Yeah.
Okay, how full of shit is this guy?
Roll insight.
I would love to. It's 22.
Yeah, you can press X to doubt if you want.
Serax, I don't think our friend here is being entirely truthful to us. Now, I might look like a feeble human, but I clearly walk around with some very, heavy armor, we'll say. And I really would appreciate the truth when we ask you questions in the near future.
I'll just cross my arms.
Whoa, now hold up here. I told you what happened. The goblins snuck in to the lumberyard.
Something did sneak in, under your watchful eye, of course. And it'd be a shame if we investigated and found that there was something else, and, you were the one on guard here. Now, I'm not insinuating anything of mistreatment here. We just want the facts here, so that way you can, be clear to this. And, I was just curious of, if anyone asked you to perhaps turn a blind eye. And,
No! No, no.
Now listen, Tatum, was it?
What? Tyler.
Tyler, right. Sorry, I wasn't here asking for 2 hours.
Look, I gotta get to work. I gotta get to my post. I can't stay too long.
And is it? I just have a couple more questions, real quick. Is it just you and Adam that were there that night? Is there other guards that do the night shift?
On that wall, it was just me and Adam. We tend to only have a few guards on night watch, and another guard comes towards you guys. And Tyler looks. He says, "Oh, here's Adam. Yeah, Adam can tell you too."
Hi, Adam. Now, me and my lovely friend here, we're just asking Tyler about the attack that happened on the Edwards Lumberyard.
Right.
I was asking to, I just want to verify what happened there. Would you mind telling me what happened, what you saw?
We were standing watch in the tower, and some goblins. Well, we heard noises first at the lumberyard, and so Tyler and I went to investigate, and well, we ended up, once we entered the lumberyard, we found the goblins were looked like they were destroying some of the property, and one of them was in the office. So we ended up drawing swords and calling for aid, and we must have spooked them because they ran off.
How many were there, by chance?
I think 4 or 5.
So 4 or 5 goblins managed to do all that damage and sneak into the office and
Yeah,
do some good.
they're sneaky little creatures.
That's crazy how they managed to open a locked door like that.
Yeah, they
On your
did.
watch as well.
Yeah, goblins are tricky. They're very tricky. We told the captain all of this.
Mm-hmm. No, that's perfectly understandable, and I wish you guys a happy watch night and hope nothing happens. And I
Okay.
just turn and walk away.
Okay, thanks. We'll head on to our duties, right? Right, Adam. Let's get going.
We'll just take note of that and try to reconvene with the group.
Okay, group. Pahanin. It is
Oh my God, that was so
definitely
scary.
it's definitely past 6:30. You fell asleep around 1 o'clock, I would say, right? So you're still asleep. Everybody else, I'm gonna safely assume, reconvenes at Cedarwood Inn, and Pahanin, as you all get to there, appears to still be asleep on a bench in the town
Did we
square.
pass them at all in our travel?
Yes, you did. Yes, everybody passed him.
I would go wake him before we went back to the tavern.
Okay, you wake
and then
Pahanin.
Try to get him to go get a room in the tavern and have a bed.
You wake Pahanin from his slumber. Pahanin, someone has woken you up. It appears to be Erica.
Hannon?
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll over and go back to.
No, Hannon, come on.
I'll pick him up and carry him.
Oh god. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I am clutching onto the box. Is this?
Okay,
Sarah,
by the way, I'm not.
Starks, was I really intimidating there? I felt like I was really intimidating there.
I'll just kind of like give her a pat on the back.
Fuck.
I thought I did pretty good.
Damn.
But
Wow.
we really have to figure out what's going on with those guards. Someone's paying them off or something. I feel like something shady is going on, but it's
They
hard
were
to
definitely
exactly.
suspicious.
It's hard to threaten guards when you're in the guardhouse. It's really hard to I can't like put a dagger to their throat because then I'm gonna get kicked out and it's really scary. But maybe Arden will. He's kind of out there.
You both are with Pahanin over the shoulder arrive at the tavern.
Yeah, he's like half asleep.
Would he
fine.
be over their shoulder or like? What are you? Are you a
Yeah.
gnome or a
Are you
halfling?
gonna carry him like a
No.
baby?
I got a princess carry him.
I was thinking like I basically got him like by the back and like carrying him almost like a suitcase. You know?
Oh my god. Okay, you do it that way.
You're choking him.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. Everybody
He's probably like wrapped up in his robes. He probably got like a nice little cradle going on.
everybody has convened back at the inn. Everybody. That includes Elner, Jub, Melonius, Arden. All of you have reconvened together. So, at this point, you're welcome to share notes. The floor is yours.
Okay, well, since the majority of us, I guess, were at the guardhouse, what did you guys discover? Where did you guys go? Melonius, you didn't really say where you were going. Did you get what you were looking for?
I'd like to think I did. Not
Anything-
exactly what I was hoping, but it.
Well, what were you up to? I'm curious. I mean,
Checking out what this
Let's see.
amulet does.
oh, and good news, I assume?
Eh, good and bad.
No, do tell. I mean, we're here to share what we're looking at here. We're kind of anything
Oh.
that can help us is good.
Bad news, it's cursed. Good news, it buffs my charisma.
Does he look like shinier?
Shinier, I don't think is the right term.
Oh,
Those
does he
pecs-
glisten in the
those
sunlight
pecs-
now?
those
Are
pecs
those
are just-
pecs like a little bit more defined now?
But
Now I'm able to, as opposed to just having the packs, I'm able to like flex them individually.
yes, that's it. That's
Oh.
actually it. That's actually
The
it.
6-pack has gone into like an 8-pack.
That's
like
it.
2 more have appeared.
He now has the ability to individually flex his chest muscles. Perfect.
Okay, so he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Got it.
Perfect.
Oh well, that is certainly something. And what of you, Arden? Did you get what you were looking for at the other lumber place? Anything of note?
How did you know I went to the other lumberyard?
I thought you mentioned that's where you were going.
I didn't tell you where I was going.
Oh well, then where you went? Did you find anything? Sorry.
Yeah, I went to the other lumberyard to
Oh really?
talk to them a little bit.
Hmm.
They seemed to be dodging my questions a little bit. I hung around, and there seemed to be some shady character hanging around with the manager. They were discussing something, and they were pulled out some sort of document. I'm not sure what it was, but I would obviously I don't have any hard evidence yet, but I think they're up to something over there.
I would definitely agree because we talked to the guards that were on duty that night. Tyler and Adam? No, sorry, I'm done with the bit. But and they were definitely something's going on with them as well. They were either paid off as my guess or they were a part of it. When I tried to ask them questions, they were dodging, and obviously you can't really threaten people or guards inside of the guardhouse. That'd be a pretty dumb idea. But I think we could potentially. I had an idea. Perhaps we could talk to Captain Tanis about getting approval to investigate the lumberyard at night, and perhaps since I hear these are the only 2 guards in one section, some of you could forcefully extract some information from them. I think could be an option. Alternatively, like we could try to stake out the barkwood lumber, but that's a little bit more devious, I'd say. I guess interrogation's not exactly nice, but those are kind of my two ideas right now. I definitely think the guards will probably crack pretty easily. They don't seem like the most hardy individuals per se.
I don't think reporting this to the guard captain is a particularly good idea.
Oh no! We don't tell her what we know so far, but we get permission to be at the lumberyard at night, so it doesn't look like we're suspicious. So they let us in, and then isolate those two guards on their respective area that they are the only ones on, and have a private interrogation per se. That was what I was proposing. Just so it doesn't seem like we're sneaking around the lumberyard at night. And I mean, I guess they do know we are investigating, so, but I don't know if everybody knows per se, all the guards. What did she mention anything about like letting people know that we were in town to investigate, or
She didn't say that.
okay? 'Cause that's kind of what my idea was, is like maybe getting like a signed seal that like we're allowed to be around at night because we're gonna be looking into the stuff, kind of thing. Kind of gives us free room to investigate both places, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We could say regarding the other one as well. I mean, does that sound like a good plan to you guys? Do you guys have any ideas? Did we find anything? How was your park bench, Pahanan? Pahanan's still asleep. Never mind.
Regardless
I'm
of
out
what
like a
we've
light,
said,
dude.
we
Or
should
if I
at
figured.
least go out into the woods tomorrow. I'm sure we'll get more answers out there.
I just think today's as good as any to ask those guards as well. It doesn't hurt. Not like they can run anywhere. They're on duty. And like they said, they were the only two on that post, so I mean, isolating them shouldn't be impossible. But the floor is yours, everybody. I'm not the only one here. So
I think we need to get ready for tomorrow because there will probably be fighting tomorrow. We need to all be ready and not tired looking at Pahanan
Mm-hmm.
or tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we should do actually. I have some thoughts, but
what time is it now?
Past dinner, roughly 8 o'clock.
If we went to sleep like now, could we wake up early enough to still be like able to go talk to the guards on the night shift?
You could.
I think that might be an option too. Unless we have things to do tonight. Two birds with one stone, you know. We get done what I want to do, and then we can investigate the forest tomorrow as well.
Okay. So what are we doing at the moment is what I need to know.
I motion that we sleep now, and then talk to the guards before their shift ends tomorrow. The more
Works
tired
for
they are,
me.
the more willing they're going to be able to just give up the information and get it over with.
I'm going to get my own room at the inn
Sure.
if I can.
In rooms, I think last time we said it was like 2 gold, something like that. Stays the same.
I'm gonna go find a park bench.
I'm going to get my own room as well.
And using the paper I have, the document that I got from Jandis,
Okay.
and my forgery kit and my false identity ability, which allows me to forge documents, including official papers and personal letters, as long as you have seen an example of the kind of document or handwriting you were trying to copy.
Okay.
Ooh,
And I want to
that's
forge a document implicating them in trying to sabotage their own lumberyard to try and like oust the other people.
So you want to forge the letter to to have in Edward's lumberyard implicate themselves in some way, however you want to word it.
Yeah, like they're trying to make it seem like it's the other guys like hiring someone to do it, but like that they actually did it themselves, right?
Yeah,
So they're yeah.
they purposely sabotaged themselves so they could frame the other lumber place.
So they could, yeah, exactly. That's what I want.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
Do you want me to roll the forgery kit or?
I do.
Okay. And I assume this is gonna be, well, what stat do you want me to roll?
You're utilizing deception.
Deception, so charisma.
Yes.
Okay, charisma, and I am proficient with forgery kit, so I get my proficiency bonus. That's a
Ooh.
17.
Looks good.
Cool.
Okay. You've created this document to explain that Edwards is attacking itself in an effort to implicate them, is my understanding.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay. Everybody else?
I'll hit the hay.
I'm
Okay.
sleeping and
Okay.
hitting early so I can go try to investigate the lumberyard tomorrow.
If-
I'm letting people know, so people want to join me, they are welcome to.
If people are not sleeping, let me know. Besides Serox.
Yeah, I would go to sleep after I forge the document, but I assume that would take some time. Obviously,
It takes you an hour. It takes you at least an hour. On Pahanin?
Am I getting dropped off in a room, or am I just being?
I don't
Am
know.
I just gonna sleep the night and say okay?
Serox dropped you in the middle of a tavern, so is anybody going to take him to a room and buy his room, or take him to their room? I'm not hearing any takers yet.
Yeah, I'm just sleeping. I didn't wake up.
Okay,
when I fell
I'm not
asleep.
hearing any
Just-
takers for that. So
All right.
you
How much is
it's
the,
2 gold for a room.
You could just bring him into your room and have him sleep on the floor.
What I'll do is I'll buy a room, and since I don't need a bed, I'll just throw him on the bed and
You're such a
shut
good guy.
down.
Okay, and
Yeah,
shut
the
down.
shutting
down.
Okay, Pahanin is placed on a bed. Got
Is
it.
there ever going to be a time where Serox like shuts down for the night but gets a Windows 10 update, so he takes an extra 2 hours to fall asleep?
Man, that'd be great. Actually, if I
Don't
could do
wake
that.
up in time because of the update.
'Cause of
Roll for
fucking
Windows update.
Okay. So, we'll go for another like 15 to 30 minutes today, if that's okay. But I think stopping fairly soon is actually a good point to stop. Assuming nobody's doing anything during the night beyond what's already been done, we wake up in the morning. Pahanin, you can remove your point of exhaustion. Everybody wakes up. And again, the floor is yours. The morning, you can assume it's roughly between 8 to 9 a.m.
Who's coming with me to quickly interrogate cards? Show of hands.
This sounds fun to Arden. He'll go with you.
Okay.
Oh,
I knew he'd be in for it.
I feel like you'll need some muscle, so I'll go.
Okay, 3.
Just in case.
Pahanin, you feel better, by the way?
I'm a little lost, but obviously I woke up
Can we
in
give him, like, a quick,
Serox's
like-
room, so I'm just gonna follow Serox for now.
Okay.
Can we give him a
Oh.
quick synopsis, like on the way?
Yeah, you can. What, Melones? Go ahead.
I'll go with Erica's group.
Okay. Jub and Elner, what are you doing today?
I also want to like go with like Pahanin and be like, what do you plan on doing?
Okay. Elner, are you going to join everybody else or hang out?
Yeah, I guess I'll join
'Kay.
everybody else.
Everybody's going the same direction. We're
Bring
going
in the goons
we're
this time.
to talk to the guards before they end their shift.
It's gonna be
So,
a rough morning for these guys.
You walk to the guardhouse, and fortunate for you, Tyler and Adams are walking back to the guardhouse to rest for the evening, or I guess for the day, not evening, but for the day, and you are just standing in their way at this point, so to speak, if you're not actually like blocking them.
Is
and-
there an alleyway nearby?
And they just like, I mean, there's a quiet spot nearby if you can convince them to go that way, and they go, "Oh, it's you again." Right.
I brought some friends. We just want to have another conversation before you guys rest.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Well, I'm a little tired. I'm ready to turn in.
Then we'll make it nice and quick.
Oh, good. So, how can we help you this time?
I kind of nudge Arden because he's a little bit better at the dastardly deeds per se, and the Thunder Chiefs.
Well, boys, here's the deal. We got a pretty good idea of what's going on here. We've got some multi-layered criminal activity going on.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, you know, Barkwood maybe trying to sabotage Edwards. Maybe Edwards is in on it themselves, trying to oust Barkwood. And we got you two who are kind of, skirting your duties a little bit, maybe taking a little money under the table.
Excuse me, skirting our duties, we alerted the town to the goblin attack. So,
Right. After the goblins had already looted and pillaged the area.
they're sneaky. They went right under our noses.
But then you saw them after they went under your noses. That
That's
makes a
true.
lot
and
of
Because
they
we
do have-
hold
and they
on.
do have well, they do have pretty big noses, so it does
Hold
count
on a
to be, like,
second
fair,
there.
to be fair.
Hold on a second there. You just made an assumption, but the truth is we heard noises from the lumberyard. So then we went to investigate. We didn't know if it was the goblins or not. We just heard noises, and that's when we found the goblins. It wasn't, anything but that. So
Well, here's what I'm getting at. Here's what I'm getting at, boys. Basically, we are getting to the bottom of this, whether you like it or not. Maybe you did something, maybe you didn't. I'm not quite sure, but I think you did something that wasn't too good. And if you want to keep your jobs and not possibly go to prison or get fined or whatever they do here to punish terrible guards, you should probably tell us what you know, and maybe we'll help you out, and maybe we won't. You won't have
I
such a
mean,
terrible time. But
generally, people that help us get compensated as you do most places, and those who don't get compensated in other ways.
well, go ahead. What do you want to do?
well, I'm trying to intimidate them basically.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Roll intimidation.
I am trying to help as much as I
Okay,
can.
13.
Do I get assistance for advantage or no?
I don't know. Is anybody assisting you? I didn't hear anybody
was trying to.
Okay, then there you go. There's assistance.
All right, we'll try it. All right, 16.
Powerful 16.
Okay, you're intimidating them. So Tyler goes, well, I can assure you that it would be a serious crime to be aiding in some kind of criminal activity like that. But I can assure you that is not us.
But we're pretty certain that there is something else going on here. And if you just happen to point us in the right direction, we'd really appreciate it.
Well,
In fact, we wouldn't want these guards to get punished if they're trying to help us on our tasks, would we now, Arden?
Of course not. Tell us what you know about Barkwood.
well, it's funny. I was feeling really tired, and suddenly I have an urge to want to. I think I want to walk to a different part of town, and assess my negotiating position further there.
Lead the way.
There's a quiet enough alley over here. I don't see a reason to go anywhere else.
Okay. You
Doesn't seem to be anyone down that way.
You head down an alley that's away from the guardhouse.
Yeah.
And
we're not going too far.
I'm speaking like just with only Tyler, but Adams is there too.
They're both kind of sure.
Yeah, they're both together.
One of them's nodding. The other's nodding. Just
Yeah, that's how I'm playing this basically.
Does one of them have like a little bit of trickle coming down his leg yet, or?
No.
All fine.
They say, oh, okay, look, it's obvious that things are not looking good for us. So here's the deal. I'll give you what we know, and maybe, just maybe, we aren't implicated with other people.
Oh, we take
And
anonymous tips all the time.
I see. I see. We're on the same page.
Of course.
we are
That's what we've been
very
getting
we
at.
are very good investigators. Of course, we didn't talk to you.
Okay, then I can.
It's a bit backwards.
Then I think sharing is good here. So
We
what
also lie.
what I know is we were paid 200 gold to, let's just say, not catch certain creatures vandalizing a lumberyard. And the 200 gold, we believe, based on the person that we talked to, came from somebody involved with Barkwood Lumber.
Can you tell me what they looked like?
I can tell you their name that they gave me.
That works.
I'm fairly certain they used a pseudonym, but maybe if you... I don't know how you'll cleverly pull this person out of Barkwood with it. So they were medium human height. I would guess 5'6", 5'7". Short hair. Now that I think of it, they were wearing glasses. I remember glasses. Not a heavy person. The person that the name that we got was, okay, they you're gonna think this is silly. They used Oak as their pseudonym. Okay, that's clearly not their name.
Ever.
Trees.
I
mean, yes.
Okay, so we were
I have
paid
a
two.
grandson named Gary.
we were paid 200 gold to
Each or individual?
not do our jobs 100%. Okay? Hey, you know, that's, and I'm going to be honest, that's for 100 gold each, that's more than a month's salary for us.
Guard
So-
duty doesn't pay too well, I presume.
No, it doesn't. So,
Hey, we all gotta look out for number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So anyway, you should look around there.
Does this figure sound familiar to me? By the way, that he was describing?
Not to you, no.
No, it's not the guy that Ronald was talking to.
No.
Or no.
Not that you could see.
Okay.
They said, okay, so we good? Because we were up for a while, so...
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, you do you happen to have any writing from this person? Did they give you a note or
No.
a letter
No,
or
no.
anything like that?
No.
No. All right.
No, they just
all right.
told us on a specific day to not act quickly.
And
How
you
long
haven't
ago was this?
How long ago was it?
How long before the attack did they approach you?
About a day before. But like a full day. They caught us right before we were going to rest for the day like you just did, actually. And they told us what to do, showed us the money, and hey, 100 gold's good money. So we took it.
Good to know.
They did promise that no one would be killed, so we didn't think it would be a problem.
And I assume you haven't had any contact with them since?
No. I mean, we don't exactly keep an eye out for all the townsfolk during the day, so it's not like we were going to look for the person. But the this is the only time we've conversed with the person.
And is this all that you guys have for us in terms of ways to track them down or anything, or?
I mean, you're investigators.
I just want to make sure we get all the information so we don't got to talk to you again. We can let you enjoy the rest of your days.
We
While
Can
we're
I
in
do an inside check on that?
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah. Can I see if they're being honest about this?
sure go ahead. I mean, they told you where they thought the person. They said they worked for Barkwood. That's what they told you. They don't really know where this person is. But the description was adequate. You're feeling like they gave you a genuine description.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if no one else has any questions, you guys can enjoy your night. And I walk away.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys have to ask?
No.
All right.
We leave.
Cool. That's it.
Great. And then they walk back towards the guardhouse.
Well, that was very progressive. Oh, you were so awesome, Arden. That was cool. That was so cool. Ah, we're like actual investigators. Yes. Sorry, I get excited. It's all fun to me. I mean, that was valuable information, right? Yes.
Yes, we've got quite a conspiracy here.
Conspiracy.
Now we need to make the decision: are we going to go after the goblins still, or are we going to try to keep this internal?
Well, the goblins could lead us to more clues about who is convincing them to attack to a degree, and we could solve that issue before we have to deal with goblins and a possible bad guy per se.
Yep, we can definitely find more evidence, possibly with the goblins. I mean, they stole some money apparently, so maybe we find that too. Or, well, maybe they just gave it to the Barkwoods, who knows?
It's settled then. Let's make our way to the forest.
Forest?
And I walk.
Yeah, of course. I kind of just assumed that.
Marches on.
Okay.
Yep.
This is where we're stopping for today, by the way. Because it's...
And then I turn and murder the guards. Oh, darn, we stopped. Oh, guess I'll have to wait till next week.
This is a good point to stop. So...
Stab.
You will be at the forests around 10 o'clock in the morning, which means you'll have a full day to explore. Now, the forests are not small. So, assume that when you hike, it's going to be like, okay, going from here to up here might take you an hour, might take you a few hours, like 2 hours, I would say. So it's not like, oh yeah, we go from here to here and it's been like 10 minutes. You're hiking. So expect it to take long. You can also camp in the forest if you want a long rest. So that's also something important that I'll mention next week, is you can take long rests in the forest if you wish.
Oh, that's right. We're doing next week too, Pog.
So, okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to
All the D&D.
We're going to call it here for today, and next week we'll see if we can investigate this forest, find the goblins, possibly, fight a dinosaur. I don't know, up to you. And then we'll figure out what exactly is going on with these two lumber yards.
I finally got some mischief going, and hopefully next time I can blackmail the shit out of somebody and get some money.
Maybe.
I'm so ready for you to do that behind our backs, just fucking blackmailing them.
Blackmail the shit out of
You're playing both fucking sides here, dude.
I'm playing both sides. They're both gonna get fucked if I have my way with
I am
it.
gonna ask what you mean by conspiracy from both sides here at some point, but I didn't want to press it while we're actively interrogating some poor fucking guards.
So anyway, thanks
This
guys.
has definitely turned into more than I expected, that's for sure. Although when we came to this map, like Vis sent me a message and he called it immediately that there was gonna be like something between the lumber yards.
Yes, I am lawful good.
I'm
That's why I kind
hogging.
of wanted like
Look out.
Arden to take
Oh, this called the lumberyard feud.
Oh yeah, like as soon as the map popped up, he immediately sent
Spoon
me a
called-
message and called
Someone
it.
called fucking foul play too. Actively in the campaign.
mean,
I would have
yeah,
gotten shit.
yeah.
I'd have been like, let's go kill some
I
goblins,
mean,
you know.
Martin is just like, yeah, that's some shit I would pull. Like, I would try and sabotage my competitor. Of course, I fucking would. Like, that's a good idea.
I'm just here to slay goblins. I don't know any
I'm
better.
just here to do the job.
All right, guys. That's it for the session. I'm mute deafening so that I can do the conclusion. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you guys next week for